Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty. Oh my goodness, they've let us out of the cage once again. How about this? For the second year in a row, we are live from the Metro Cinema at the Garneau, 87th Ave, 109th Street, leading up to the Esties, the second annual Esties, our award show, which will start tonight at 7 o'clock. You can still come if you want to. Bring $10 and come up to the door and say, I have money and I want to see the show. And you'll be able to.
Or bring $30.
And bring 3 people total.
No, bring $30. You get yourself in, and then you get some EST coffee. Did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did hear about the coffee, but you're more informed. Hey, nice shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I just realized you're wearing that. Have you worn that before?
No.
Jay's wearing... Now, did you run in that shirt?
No.
I can't remember.
No.
Jay's wearing the shirt he got from the Edmonton Marathon weekend almost a month ago now.
Wow.
When you ran the half marathon. Looks great, buddy.
Thank you. Or you can bring $40, get you and your date in, plus coffee.
So explain the coffee to everybody. This is pretty cool.
Well, I haven't seen an email about it or anything. I just heard about it on the morning show.
Right.
Which is how we get a lot of our information at EST.
Yeah.
Fox Coffee is partnered up with EST, and they made an EST blend. It's been in the office, so I've been sampling it with Gager, Coob. I know Coob has had some.
Yeah, I tried some. It was good. I took some beans home.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So it'll be on sale here. I think they got 50 bags. So once that is done, then
limited run.
See how it goes and see if it happens again.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we're at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau right now. Of course, we're with you until 6 o'clock as usual. We will talk about the Esties, but we will talk about all the relevant sports topics you want to hear about. Oilers training camp, of course, will start tomorrow with the medicals. General Manager Stan Bowman is expected to answer questions from the media as well. So I'll be going to that bright and early tomorrow. I think I got to be there by like 8:30, 8:45. Ooh. That's an early one for me.
You even going to go to sleep tonight?
Yeah, I might just stay up. Might just drink Coca-Cola all night and Fox coffee. Cody Fajardo is going to be on the show at 4 o'clock. Quarterback for Edmonton Elks. Disappointing loss for them in Toronto. We'll see how well, you know what I want to ask Cody? Like, not just how you rebound from a loss. I mean, we've been through that with athletes, but I want to know just sort of about the physical recovery and maybe a little bit about the mental decompression as well. I mean, he's, got a family, and how do you maybe focus on them after, because the lead up to a game, and last week they traveled, and I mean, he strikes me as the type of guy that he'd want to have some balance in his life, or just how he deals with that. So we'll have Cody on the show. Jamie Thomas will check in a little bit later. We love having him on the show. We'll talk some Winnipeg Jets and who knows what else. I don't know if he's ever won an award. Probably he should have if he has.
I'm sure he has.
Is he up for anything?
I don't know.
I think he was on the short list for guest of the year, but I don't know if he made it as the finalist.
All the nominees are up at EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Yeah, we've done a bad job of remembering who the nominees are.
Well, it's just you're so close to it.
Both of us, not just... Yeah, we're too close to it, man. We're too close to it. So he's going to be on, and Matthew Iwanyk, who does an incredible job organizing this.
Oh, yeah.
I was here. We were both here last year, and I was very new to working with all these guys. And Iwanyk, his level of organization and commitment and ability to work independently just blows me away. I mean, he basically runs this single-handedly.
Yes.
He just, and it's a professional show. I mean, there are clips for the nominees. He's got all the cue cards ready, or the little index cards with the nominees ready for everybody. Then he gives you the envelope, so you read out the winner. There's music. There's, like I said, video if necessary, and it all runs incredibly smoothly. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at today. By the way, the Oil Kings, of course, getting ready to start. I think we're going to have Jason Smith on the show tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Head coach of the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Yes,
so
right.
That'll be a nice little teaser.
I saw he was drafted in the captain's draft last night.
He was drafted in the captain's draft. Now, I can't say anything about it. I have to be careful.
When does the voting close?
I think tonight. Voting closes tonight, Matthew, for the... So it's
tomorrow morning.
Oh, did it just start this morning?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it'll run until tomorrow morning. So during the lock shop tomorrow. Yeah, so that was I competed in that along with Ben Thompson and Zach Kubish. We're not allowed to say whose team is who. I can tell you to go look at the teams and vote for the one that you think is the best. And then that person gets the spot you seated in the main draft on the Hangout on Thursday, which is a nerd draft. And is that Dustin, Eric, and Tom are in that?
Yes.
And Quinn's the commissioner. All right. So
I think Tom's still under protest.
Tom, what?
His whole existence in the draft realm is now going to be under protest.
That sounds great.
I believe
your whole existence is under protest
in the draft.
Who wouldn't want to live under those circumstances?
In the draft.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I went and looked. Some good drafts. I gotta say, I don't know how somebody, because you've been tight-lipped about this. You're very true to what you're saying. And look, somebody out there got Messier and Gretzky in a captain's draft in the sports category. I don't know how that happened. And obviously that team, whoever that is winning. So I don't know. I'm kind of cheering for you and Coob. I'm torn.
But you don't know whose is. Well, you've figured it out, I think.
There's one factor that may have given it away.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah. So that's going on too, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. So the Oilers training camp. Now the tomorrow is just the medicals. We'll hear from I think some players tomorrow. I don't know if McDavid is going to speak again. If you were Connor McDavid, would you do another media scrum?
Nope. Why?
Yeah.
What's there to say? They're not going to ask how's your body feeling.
No.
The only questions you're going to be asked are questions that you've already answered or not answered.
Right.
So why would you? And if he does, then something's up. At least in my opinion.
Okay.
Why would you?
It's close to being done?
Well, that or the exact opposite. To be quite honest.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I would think if there's no contract, I would think he would do something on the eve of the regular season, even if there's no contract, because then the story is also the season is starting. Oh, and by the way, the last two first games of the year, you've lost by a combined score of 14-1.
Right.
Would you like to do better this year? So yeah. Anyway, we'll see about that. I want to hear from Hyman, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard from Ekholm during the captain skates, and he talked about it's adductor that he had, right? Not abductor. There are both types of muscles,
yes.
But he said adductor, and we read about that injury, and it was
adductor is on the inside, abductor is on the outside.
Neither one would be convenient.
Neither would be great.
Any sport,
particularly hockey.
Particularly hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to hear from Hyman. Is he going to be a full participant in training camp? When, if at all, is he going to play preseason games? And if he's not going to play preseason games, when is he going to be ready to play in the regular season? Like, those are some important questions, I think. So hopefully we'll hear from Hyman over the next day or two. But tomorrow is the medicals, and then they'll be on ice on Thursday. Then what scrimmage on Saturday, and then already the split squad games on Sunday. I'll be covering a preseason game Sunday night. Forget about Sunday night football for me. Isn't it a dud?
No. Well,
you were looking at them yesterday. Is Lions-Ravens the Monday nighter? That should be a good game, right?
Let's see. One of these, it flip-flops. I think next week, the Monday nighter's really strong.
Well, the Sunday nighter is Chiefs-Giants. The Chiefs need a win.
Yeah, they'll probably get one. Lions-Ravens, that's a marquee.
But that could be a fun one.
Following week, it flips because it's Packers-Cowboys.
And there's a doubleheader on Monday on the 29th. Jets, Dolphins, and Bengals, Broncos. Those could both be
duds.
Yeah.
Well, I
mean, the Bengals quarterback, what's the new guy's name?
Jake Browning.
Yeah, that's how interested I am now.
Well, I think he's all right. but we'll see how it plays out. I mean, last night's Monday night doubleheader was the first game. Baker Mayfield led the game-winning drive.
Right. So I missed that live, but I saw the highlights. Is that the one where he ran on 4th and 10 and did kind of the pinwheel?
Yeah, he got out of a pressure, ran for the first down, and could have broken it further had that not been a great tackle that sent him head over heels. But then they just moved the ball downfield. I think they scored with 6 seconds left. I was happy. You know why?
Oh, I got to do our stats.
Because Jay's play of the day hit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was a huge hit. Buccaneers money line plus 140 for those of you that rode. Congratulations.
How many touchdowns did Mayfield get? We have to check that.
Threw for 3.
Oh,
or
so
2. I know he threw for more than Jaden Daniels or Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you beat me in that one.
So I beat you.
So you're up 4-0 on me already.
4-0, Reid.
That field goal category is kind of fun.
This it is because I mean my 2 kickers have been. I mean, if my kicker last week Aubrey goes against your kicker Elliott this week, I lose.
Because Elliott hit 2 long ones, but he only hit 2. Well, Boswell hit 3.
Like kicking for 109 yards of field goals on 2 kicks is impressive.
Yeah. I guess we could have done that, but I like how we're doing because we wanted it to be fun and simple. We didn't want one of these where it's you got to keep constantly looking up stats and thinking all the time. You can get in touch, of course. Now, maybe we're going to see it tonight if you're coming to the Esties, so then you can just get in touch by coming up and saying hi. You can post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube if that's how you are consuming us this afternoon. If you are on YouTube, Coob, you're going to have to, if you have the song, just fire it because I can't play off my computer here remotely, the click, click, click song. But give us a thumbs up. We try to get to 100 every show. We've been getting there or very close, and we know that once the Oilers start playing games, that will likely be soaring past 100. So you can post in the Nasty Chat there. There it is.
Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
That's all the motivation you need. You can text us 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except on show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. That's available for dine-in and takeout. And you can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. We usually get limericks sent in. You can also send Jay your nominees for the Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week.
Oh, good one.
Which we've been doing usually on Thursdays. I think we'll have to do Friday. Right?
We might have to push it to Friday because
it might be Friday this week.
Usually I line it up today, but it's been
it's hectic. You were carrying carpets.
We were laying down the red carpets. We've been setting up. Maddie's running around. He's doing a great job. I like being down here. It is kind of fun. It is getting a little hot. So I think we're going to have to reposition said fan.
Yeah, we have to move you can move the fan.
It's pointed towards
I'm quite comfortable.
Well, it's probably clipping you a little bit. I ain't seeing any of that.
Oh, yeah, we'll put it over there.
We'll
put it on this way. Yeah, but this is such a great theater. I've talked about seeing fringe shows here.
Just point it down more, Matt.
Oh, Matt's moving it right now.
Yeah.
Put it so it's on Jay more.
And point it, yeah, like that. That's perfect.
Oh, now it's blowing my skirt up. Maybe like that Marilyn Monroe scene.
Yes, let's reenact it. Live.
But now it's right on me, Matt.
It's okay.
I'm thinking.
I'm getting residual. It's okay. That's great.
But this is such a great spot. At Christmas time, last couple of years I've come to a movie here. Saw Die Hard here just before Christmas 2024, Gremlins just before Christmas 2023. I've seen fringe shows here. I've seen comedy shows. This is just a great spot to come, and you kind of walk in and you feel like, oh yeah, this is a nice vintage theater, and especially since the Princess is no longer operational. This is kind of it for sort of a bit of a historic theater in Edmonton. And we were looking at some of the posts. I mean, they show newer stuff, but I think they're showing Cool Hand Luke on the weekend.
Right,
that's a classic. And we should mention Robert Redford passed away today at the age of 89. So I wonder if there'll be like a Robert Redford week or nostalgia or something. I don't know for sure. I'm just throwing that out there. Do you have a favorite Redford film off the top? No, he's sort of, from what I remember, like he rose really to prominence in the 70s.
Yeah.
By the time I sort of knew he was in the 80s, he was already well established.
Like I'm trying to think what Robert Redford movie I would actually have
See, once we got a VCR in the early 80s, the Wilkins family, we rented Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and we rented The Sting. And I remember even as about a 10-year-old thinking that they were both awesome movies. But I don't remember much about them. All the President's Men, very good. The Candidate, very good. I remember watching that.
The Candidate, that was, what, 90s?
No, that was still 70s. That was
70s.
That was
I'm
still
thinking
70s.
A different Candidate. What was the one? Oh, I'm thinking the one, there was something with Harrison Ford.
Which one was that? I don't know. But the one sort of, well, it's 20 years old now. It's sort of a guilty pleasure movie because I realize it's not an awesome movie.
Yeah.
But I think it's very well paced and very slickly done. And I enjoyed the performances of both Robert Redford and Brad Pitt. They seem to be having a lot of fun with it. And that's Spy Game. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
No.
But Robert Redford's this retiring CIA guy. It's like, of course, it's his last day on the job.
Sure.
And Brad Pitt was doing something illegal and got captured in China or something like that. And Redford has to manipulate things to get to get him, freed. And then it also flashes back to how they first met each other. And Robert Redford sort of taught Brad Pitt how to be a spy. So that I always enjoy Spy Game if it's on TV.
Redford would have been before my time.
I think his peak, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in Out of Africa in the 80s. That was a big movie. Certainly Indecent Proposal had a lot of, because he was sort of naughty, right? Because he offered Woody Harrelson $1 million to sleep with Demi Moore, who, like they were married. So it sort of was one of those like, oh no,
right.
People get, what if, honey, that kind of stuff. But a legend.
Oh, for sure. Like the name,
because he directed and he was this Hollywood guy, but he supported independent film with the Sundance Film Festival and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Robert Redford. So that sort of gives a good segue into the off-topic topic. Presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. So because we are at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau, what movie that you never saw in the theater would you like to see in a theater? So we're thinking of a movie that you have seen.
Yes.
That you rented or saw on TV or streaming now, I guess. I still call that renting. Would you be like, wow, if the Garneau ever showed that, I would go.
Right.
Or Iwanyk, was it not just a couple of weeks ago? He said Jaws was shown at South Edmonton Common.
Yes.
So we went and saw Jaws. So what movie that you have seen but you didn't see it in the theater would you like to see in the theater if you ever had that opportunity?
That's a tough one. But, then I'm just going to go to some of my favorite movies.
Which is fine.
Right?
Which is
because
fine.
They came out before I would have been allowed to go to the theaters.
Right.
But I'd probably have to say Casino or Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Right?
Yeah.
Just because those were such soundtrack-driven movies as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was done very well. It added layers to the movie. But to hear that in a professional setting,
yeah,
that would be really cool. I would imagine Forrest Gump would be up there too.
I saw Forrest Gump here.
Did you really?
I saw Forrest Gump in this building. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We didn't even know that.
No.
I didn't know you were going to bring that up.
Like, I think Forrest Gump is just such a... Once again, though, for me with movies, the things I remember about movies a lot are tied to music.
Okay.
So what do they call it? The score?
Yeah.
Of a movie is very important to me because that's what I take and remember from it.
Okay.
So, like, the soundtrack for Forrest Gump is legendary.
Sure.
Right? So that would be probably my answers. What about you?
I'd probably say Aliens because I didn't see I didn't see the first Alien because I was like 6 when it came out, and then it was just like, well, it was a spooky movie. I was a little kid. I didn't watch it when it was on TV. And then, eventually I watched Aliens and learned more about James Cameron. And I saw Terminator 2 in the theater, and that blew me away. That obviously came out a few years after Aliens. So it would have been cool to see Aliens in the theater, at the time. So maybe if that ever showed again, I would try to see it on the big screen with the bigger sound. That would be fun.
This should be would get quite a bit of run. Dusty in the Nasty Chat, Back to the Future.
I was lucky enough to have seen that in the theater. They got Back to the Future must be shown.
Why wouldn't they just start it at like 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon and have a break in between each one, then a supper break, and you watch 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, that would be cool. And they've done stuff like that at the Garneau. I don't know if they've done it with Back to the Future, but they've done weekends, I think, of Star Wars
or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Land Before Time for kids.
And you choose which ones you want to go to.
That's a good one for Dusty, though.
That is a good one for Dusty. Barry the Cheater says Star Wars.
Yeah, I think for people, because that was, I think, the first movie I saw in the theater when I was 4. So I'm lucky I saw that in the theater, but certainly for people
that would be
younger
cool.
than me to actually see it on the big screen, that'd be cool.
Jen Cool, Titanic or Footloose for me.
Oh, interesting.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
So that's a Redford one.
Yeah.
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 That would be neat to see a movie from the 70s on the big screen. Especially now with one with Redford, I suppose, since we're talking about him today, too.
Norman at Combine says The Shining.
Oh, that'd creep you out, though, Norm. That big elevator of blood.
Paul in Calgary says, Reid, you're a sports show. Robert Redford was in one of the best sports movies ever. The Natural.
Oh, The Natural. Yeah. And side note, I may have talked about this before. The book, The Natural.
Terrible?
No, like it's
different.
The ending is not upbeat. Like it's like, oh my God. Like it's a dark book, like the Natural. Yeah, but that's like, I forgot. Did Redford do any other sports movies? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. The Natural's a good one though. We should have mentioned that. That would have been what, mid to late 80s for sure. I don't know if he was in other sports movies. He probably was, where we're just not thinking of them.
Nate the Builder says I got to see Top Gun, the original, at Landmark Cinemas a few weeks ago. First time on the big screen. It was great.
Okay, good. See, I think you got to watch. I mean, the days, you probably remember these, like the days of going to the newspaper to seeing when the shows
what the times were.
Yeah. Or you're flipping through the newspaper and it's like, I wonder what's showing. Like now you have to actively go.
There was a time that you could call in, wasn't there?
Oh, probably.
And then they'd have it listed. Press 1 for the Lion King.
Oh, it would show you like Saturday 4:00.
Yeah.
Saturday 7:00.
Yeah,
that's cool.
What was your movie theater? Was there a movie theater in Evansburg?
No. We would usually, when I was a kid, we would come into St. Albert Village Tree Mall.
Okay.
Usually, or West Ed, because eventually there's a point where West Ed had 3 different theaters, right?
Right.
And then as I've been living in Edmonton and being an adult, it's usually downtown. It's like this summer when I saw Fantastic Four and Superman back to back. That was both in the now Landmark Cinemas downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine, Sherwood Park, was called the Sword and Shield.
Oh, yeah. Is it not still there?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's now a trophy shop.
Oh.
She gone. But now they have a big Cineplex Odeon in the mall in Sherwood Park.
Oh, is it like a 12-plex or something?
I don't know.
Is it the one where you can drink booze?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever been to one of the done a VIP. I've just usually gone to a regular theater.
Is VIP like?
I think that's the one.
You order food to your seat?
Oh, maybe that. Yeah, I've never had that. All right, so that's the off-topic topic. What movie?
What a good off-topic
that
topic.
You didn't see in the you've seen it, but you didn't see it in the theater. Would you go see in the theater? 2001: Space Odyssey getting some mentions from James and Rip City Step. Soapkirk, Armageddon, Days of Thunder. Atif says Predator. So, yeah, there's some good. So again, these are movies that you've already seen. That if you saw a place like the Garneau was showing it on a Saturday night, you'd be like, you know what, I should go to that. I want to get the big screen experience.
Well,
this is fun.
Funny that you're seeing like action movies. That's predominantly what's coming.
That's what comes to my mind.
But I've seen, you've seen The Sound of Music as well. So.
E.T.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski. Yeah, that'd be fun. I might have seen Lebowski here too. I can't remember. But I definitely saw Forrest Gump here.
Yeah.
And it was when it had kind of the theatrical run had died down. And who remembers the days where it'd be like 6 months before you could rent a movie? You know, it would be in theater for 3 months. If it was big, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And then, say a movie came out the May long weekend.
Right.
It might, if it did well, it's maybe in theaters till late August. That thing ain't coming out to rent till like the following April.
Yeah.
So Forrest Gump was like that. I saw it like the end of the theatrical run, but there was going to be that window of about 8 months before you could rent it.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I know we got to get out here, but
this is fun.
This is fun. Who would it be annoying? Let's say you went and watched a movie like Office Space, where there's lines and there's catchphrases that everybody knows, or like a lot of these movies here, Top Gun, Armageddon, even Forrest Gump. Would it be annoying that everybody was saying the lines? Because the plot's out. Like, everybody knows what's going to happen. So it would almost turn into, you know what I mean?
Like people in the theater saying lines along to the movie?
Yeah, like,
I think that depends on
life
the film.
is like a box of chocolate.
I think that depends on the film. I mean, obviously there's Rocky Horror. That's the whole shtick now, is that when it's shown, people dress up and do certain things at certain points in the movie.
Swingers would be a good movie.
Certainly, too. When I saw Die Hard here, the first time when he said the Yippee-ki-yay line, like that got a big cheer.
Yeah.
And when the guy from Family Matters first appeared on camera, people, there wasn't a lot of
right.
Let's talk along to the movie and pretend we're
right.
in it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. Jay Milne, Reid Wilkins. We are live at Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Esties at 7 o'clock tonight. Jay's play of the day is coming up. Cody Fajardo, Elks quarterback, will be on the show at 4. Here is Zachary Kubish.
Today's Elks injury report had 3 players away from practice. Nick Anderson out with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sidelined with a shoulder/toe injury. But Royce Medchase sat out with an Achilles issue. And earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Gavin Meyer and linebacker Xander Mueller to their practice squad. Both players coming from Division I play in the NCAA. While in Toronto, Nick Arbuckle missed practice today with a calf injury. Jarrett Daggy, now the expected starter, Week 16. And multiple sources have reported that Minnesota's Aaron Jones has been placed on the injured reserve with a hamstring injury. He will be out a minimum of 4 weeks. Cam Akers reportedly signing with the Vikings as per ESPN's Adam Schefter. And Vikings also giving Desmond Ridder a deal. MLB action, Toronto plays Game 2 of their 4-game set with Tampa. Jays winning 2-0 last night. First pitch goes just after 5:30. Jose Barrios takes the mound for Toronto. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Live on location from the Garneau Theatre, Reid Wilkins and Jay Milne continue the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Cash, you want to dive into this Spencer Knight thing with Stewie Skid?
Here are Spencer Knight's numbers. 24 years old, 95 games in the NHL. Goal against of 282. Save percentage, 904. Now, you have Dustin Wolf contract, and then you have Edmonton Oilers fans who are like, oh, Stuart Skinner's going to sign for $2.5 million as a starting goalie.
I love your fan voice.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Fall football in your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Metro Cinema at the... Oh, there we go. Are we on now? I had us muted. You got to mute us during the break, just in case. We are live on location, Metro Cinema at the Garneau. The Esties are tonight at 7. We'll be giving out a lot of awards, honoring some of our best and most fun moments from throughout the past year, and also honoring a lot of our listeners / texters / nasty chatters / people who just... get involved with the station and interact with us. It's going to be a fun night, the second annual Esties, so it'll be pretty cool. We're presenting awards too.
Yes, we are.
So together we're presenting AM Nasty of the Year.
Correct.
I'm presenting
like
Event of the Year. I'm presenting Event of the Year.
Yes. And I'm presenting Moment of the Year.
Oh, now this show is up for Moment of the Year. A moment on this show is the Colin Mockery doing improv.
Right.
Another tie to the Garneau. This is incredible. And is the Bookbinder's first appearance also up for that?
Moment of the Year. Yeah. Joaquin Gage, Four Nations Final, fired up speech.
Very good.
EST broadcasts in the new studio for the first time.
Okay.
Colin Mockery does improv with Reid and Jay, and Reid Wilkins as the bookbinder.
That is a hot list. I'm not sure who's going to win that one.
Buddy, that is tight.
That is a hot list coming in there.
Because those are just so unique and different. And I remember the day Gage did that.
Yeah, that was
nobody knew that was coming.
No, and for him to go that demonstrative, for him, was something new.
But then you look at the bookbinder and what has since come of.
Well, I heard he might attend the Esties.
Really?
But he'd probably sit near the back.
Oh, he'd be upper deck.
Yeah, he'd be in the balcony.
He'd be upper deck with a flat headlamp.
Yes.
And he'd be binding books while the show's going on.
Yeah, because you can't stop working.
You can't stop.
Yeah,
those hands don't sit still.
Here.
If his hands stop moving, they would just stay in that position.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Very.
So we'll see if that wins. I think he'd probably accept the award.
Really?
Yeah, I think he probably would.
Well, that makes sense. If he's here, why not?
Yeah, he's a big fan of yours.
Oh, is he?
As you know.
Well, I know who you are, Jason Milne of the Reid Wilkins Show, 3 to 6 p.m.
He did say that.
He knew as soon as you knocked on his door. So the Esties coming up tonight, and of course that is one of our afternoon headlines, presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. Elks getting ready to take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats on Saturday, so that's a 5 o'clock game. You and Matthew Iwanyk will have the Green and Gold Kickoff show at 4, and then you will be on after the game as well, as the Elks are, well, like I've been saying, I think they got to win at least 3 of their last, before the last game, I said they had to win 3 of their last 6 to have a chance. A chance.
Yes.
At a postseason berth.
So now they have to
win three of their last five, and the next two are against the division leaders. So I would not want them to be in a situation where they got to win their last three just to have a chance, and the math could have run out on them by the time you get to that point. But Winnipeg has 6 wins. Winnipeg and Ottawa. I mean, my gut says pick Winnipeg, but do you think there's still much of a gap with Strebler at quarterback?
Apparently, Collaros was practicing.
Right.
It wasn't all that inspired of a practice from the sounds of it. So if Strebler's in, I'm sorry. Prove me wrong. But until that happens, I just can't see how Winnipeg, because Ottawa's been playing pretty well. Dustin Crum's got them going. They just haven't been able to finish out, but they've been able to put up points.
Yeah. Well, the ideal Elks weekend last weekend wasn't close. Only one of the 4 games I said, went the way that I said they needed to go for the Elks' benefit. So early luck here. Montreal at Toronto on Friday. Montreal, right? Montreal can now lock up second if you want. You need Toronto to stay at 5 wins.
Yes.
BC at Calgary. I know Elks fans will not like this. You desperately want Calgary to win that game.
Yeah.
Like, desperately.
Well, and Calgary's coming off a bye. And, oh, by the way, the last time they played, they got thumped in Edmonton.
Right.
So they're going to have a point to prove as well.
Winnipeg at Ottawa. I mean, you probably want Ottawa, even though that would give them the 5th win. But you want the Elks to have a chance to pull ahead of Winnipeg. So I'd say you want Winnipeg and BC to stay at 6 wins. You want Toronto to stay at 5. If Ottawa gets to 5, the Elks still can pass them with a win in Hamilton. So I think your ideal winners for the Elks are Montreal on the road, Calgary at home, Ottawa at home, and then the Elks on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, if you drop to 5-9, and if one or both of Winnipeg and BC win, then the math's getting really tough there.
Definitely. But I mean, this every weekend now moving forward is going to be huge.
Yeah.
The thing that needs to happen is the Elks need to get a win. I think they have to try and get one of these games out east, because it's not going to be getting any easier.
Well, no, I mean, Saskatchewan, despite getting lit up by Montreal, now the Saskatchewan had their 2 starting safeties out for that game, and
True.
MBT went. And look, I know we kind of laugh at MBT, and his tenure here in Edmonton wasn't great, and I don't think he was overly thrilled with how it was handled late in the season either. But he's one of those quarterbacks. Is he a legit CFL starter? Maybe not. Can he still light you up if he gets on a roll? Absolutely.
Yes. Well,
and they did that to Saskatchewan.
They found ways for him to utilize all those weapons that they have on offense.
Right.
Like they've got. You want to talk about a receiving core that can get upfield, that can challenge defenders. Montreal's got maybe one of the best.
Right. 780-218-9999 is how you can reach us. It is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. We're in the mobile edition of the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesdays. Is today Tuesday?
It is.
Taco Tuesdays just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse. All day, $3.49 new tacos and nude. New.
Oh, I thought you said nude.
Well, you could get a nude taco.
What would it look like?
It would have
just be a shell?
It would just be a shell. Well, no, I guess it could have stuff on the inside. It wouldn't have anything on the outside. New tacos and quesadillas, or as we used to say back in Evansburg, quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
After 4 p.m., you can sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Canadian Brewhouse. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio.
Nothing like tacos and tequila on a Tuesday night.
That is a good mix. We'll have to try to take advantage of that.
That is good.
Yeah, nothing like grabbing some tacos and sipping some tequila. Are you a big tequila guy?
No.
Okay. We'll get something else.
No, I'll have a sipping tequila is nice. On ice with the proper, rimmed glass. Make it nice.
Right.
But just like a shot of Jose Cuervo.
Is that a lower end tequila?
Yeah, it's what I remember at the bars when I was bartending. So
Oh,
it could
okay.
have been that nice.
Right. Sammy Hager does tequila, eh?
Yes. Cabo Wabo is his bar,
Cabo Wabo,
isn't
yeah.
it? Gager's a big tequila guy.
Well, Gager's food and drink knowledge is second to none at EST.
He's a mezcal guy.
Yeah, he's truly a man of the kitchen and
He
a man
is.
of the world.
He is. I don't know. He'd have me in the drink category. I'd push his buttons in the food category.
Yeah, well, that's fair because you're pretty
Him and I could have.
gourmandish.
Yeah, him and I
you
could
make
have
a lot of stuff too.
Him and I could have fun in the kitchen.
Jasmine is in the nasty chat. Happy Esties. Jasmine up for Rookie of the Year. She's presenting too tonight as a staffer, is she not?
That's a good question.
If only we had
Reid.
a list that we never remember.
If only we had a list.
Jasmine's got to be presenting something. No, maybe she's been
Most
overlooked,
committed AM nasty.
which is something she could have been up for before she became a staff member, which is pretty cool.
There you go.
All right. Here's what we're going to do also for the Coob as well, because we can't talk to Coob as easily. So Coob, we'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll go to about 3:55, 3:56, because right at 4 o'clock, we're going to phone Cody Fajardo and get him on the show. Here comes the Coob with the sports update.
Nick Anderson, Royce Mechie, and Jared Brinkman all miss Elks practice today. Anderson sidelined with a hip issue. Mechie out due to an Achilles injury, while Brinkman sat with a shoulder and toe injury. Staying in E-Town, the Elks signed 2 NCAA defenders to their practice squad, bringing in linebacker Xander Mueller and defensive lineman Gavin Meyer. While out east, Toronto's Nick Arbuckle missed practice with a calf injury. Jarrett Dagey expected to start this week in Montreal. And from Minnesota, Aaron Jones has been ruled out for a minimum of 4 weeks due to a hamstring injury, being placed on the injured reserve, with ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Cam Akers will be re-signing with the Vikings. In the majors, Toronto and Tampa have game 2 of their 4-game set. Jays winning 2-1 yesterday. Jose Barrios gets the ball for Toronto today. First pitch goes at 5:35. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Give them a call at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportMed.ca to book an appointment today. Reid and Jay come at you live from the Garneau Theatre on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Matt Savoy is by far the best Oiler involved here.
Yep.
Bo Akey, I think, has probably hurt his stock or his buzz, at least so far. Ike Howard was okay, and this Marala has impressed based on expectations.
Yeah, now take everything that happened in these 2 games with a grain of salt. Same kind of scenario as the Youngstars Classic.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
click. Must you click. Click, click.
There it is, the Thumb Click remix. If you're taking us in using YouTube, go give us a thumbs up. Yeah, we're halfway over 100 already. So give us a click. If you've already given us a like on YouTube, click share. You get a link to the show. Text it off to somebody and say, hey, watch these guys. They're talking sports. They're talking life. They're talking movies. They're talking Esties. They're having a good time. They love working together. They love working at Edmonton Sports Talk. Somebody texted me last night.
What? Who?
And said somebody must have remembered. It's somebody I talk to irregularly, but I'm in touch with through the odd text or whatever. And this person must have remembered it had been a little over a year for me at Edmonton Sports Talk.
Okay.
And this person texted me and said, Reid, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you at EST?
Ooh.
And I replied,
Can I guess?
Yes.
Well, I heard you say, so I hope it's not 4.
No.
4.8?
Yeah, 14.
14!
14 is what
Hey!
Which I know is this. These go to 11. All right. It is time. Do we have the play of the day jingle, Coop? You might have to fire that for us.
Okay, I got it here.
Jay's
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Oh, that's good. You are on YouTube. Jay just danced along to it. Also, thanks if you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, listening in the future on a podcast. Whatever you can do to share the show, like it, favorite it on whatever platform that helps build the algorithm. So the little goblins on the internet recommend the show to other people.
Oh, this guy looks like he'd like Edmonton Sports Talk. Send that his way.
That's another voice.
Chris says, Reid, will someone be showing the Esties tonight for us in Alabama who can't make it? Well, it's not streamed.
That's probably going to be the genesis of what happens here is it's live stream.
Yeah, where it's made available, where it's recorded and put up later maybe or something.
That's a lot.
But yeah, it's not live stream, so I'm sorry about that. My apologies. But if you, I guess you're in Alabama, but some people will come tonight and you'll hear a lot of stories from it. Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, last night's game hit on a last-second touchdown led by Baker Mayfield and his Tampa Bay Buccaneer teammates. So that was a nice hit, plus 140. But the new NFL lines came out today, and something stood out to me.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And that is the Dallas Cowboys, who I'm not a fan of. I mean, they're NFC beast combatants of the Washington Commanders. But my goodness, how are they even in the same ballpark as the Chicago Bears? So right now, I'll have to tell you because this line has been moving. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are 1-point underdogs. So here's what I did. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. I've got the Dallas Cowboys -1 into positive money.
Now, see, and I will say we've been doing play of the day for, I think, since the start of May now.
May, yeah.
It's unusual, if not unprecedented, for you to go this far ahead, except for Elks games. But even that, you usually won't go this far. So for you to see something for Sunday and want to bring it up on a Tuesday, this is an interesting one.
Because usually these lines will come out and then the market will reset them.
Right.
So I don't know how. I mean, Chicago, look, is Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? No. But Dallas Cowboys can put up points. They went to overtime last week against the New York Giants and ended up winning. And tons of points all across the board. But I don't think Chicago can do the same. I don't think Chicago has the wherewithal or the quarterback, to be quite honest, to go blow for blow with the Dallas Cowboys. So I see the Dallas Cowboys going in there and getting this victory. So that's Jay's play of the day. Dallas Cowboys -1 versus the Chicago Bears. That is plus 105. It was boosted to plus 105. Head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll see it right there.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
I think that's the dance.
Jay's play of
the
day.
Yeah, the Coob is all over that, having the jingle ready to go. We are live, Metro Cinema at the Garneau, 87th Avenue, 109th Street, as we have the Esties coming up at 7 o'clock tonight. Again, if you still want to come, show up, $10 per person. We'll let you in so you can enjoy the festivities. Say hi to you can say hi to your favorite EST staffer.
Yes.
Or even the people you don't like. You could also say hi to or go up to them and boo them.
Yeah, it's no holds barred.
Yeah.
Obviously no violence of any sort.
No, but you could come up and be like, hey, your show's bottom of the barrel.
You can come up and tell me I suck. And I'll say thank you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Some people listen to people that they don't like.
Oh, well, hate listening is a part of talk radio.
It's a big thing.
Talk, streaming, whatever you want to call it. No, hate listening is definitely a thing.
It is.
Yeah. I'm going to catch that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to
call him out.
Listen to all he says, and then I'm going to go tell my friends about all the stuff that he was wrong about and how dumb he is.
It is a thing.
Which is fine. If that's what you enjoy, we are still doing one of our mandates, which is to entertain people. And,
sure.
And if people are entertained by what they perceive as our shortcomings, then that's fine. But you rarely get that. Can't remember if I've told this story on air or not. If I have, it's been a while. I was doing some sort of I don't know if I was doing a remote for Ched or I had to be like at an appearance or something, like at a Ched booth somewhere.
Okay.
And this guy was kind of wandered up and was looking at us and looking at me, and he's like, so you're on Ched, eh? And I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, well, what's your name? I was like, well, I'm Reid. What's your name? And he's like, well, whatever. And he's like, so what show are you again? I was like, Inside Sports, and I host the Oilers broadcast. He's like, oh, yeah, I hate your show. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I like Ched, but your show is terrible.
Really?
I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to argue with the guy. I was just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, yeah, I hate sports. So, I won't listen to your show. It's awful. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me.
I don't know.
But he didn't like sports.
He
didn't want to listen to a sports show.
And he probably didn't like
can't take it personally, right?
No, you can't. I don't know how anybody would say that about your show. Your show is always positive and upbeat, much like it is here.
Yeah, I hope so. But he didn't like it. Or maybe he just saw sports in the title and never even tried it.
Sure.
Right? Like, I don't know, whatever. That was fine. Okay, 5 minutes before 3. You can text us, of course, on the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. That's presented by River Crew Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. The off-topic topic is, what movie that you haven't seen in the theater would you go see in the theater if it got re-released or put out on one special one shot? As an aside, you could say, what's an appropriate comeback for me or Jay if a member of the public comes up to us and tells us that they hate our show? How should we handle that?
Well, Duck Dad says, if anyone says that to Jay, I'm writing you a strongly worded email. Thank you for having my back, Duck Dad. I appreciate it. If you're coming tonight, come and say hi.
Yeah, for sure.
Hampton Steve says he'd want to see an early Tarantino in theaters. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Norman and Columbine. My first movie in a theater was E.T. in Spruce Grove.
I can't remember if I saw Reservoir Dogs in theater. I definitely went and saw Pulp Fiction in theater. I might have seen Reservoir Dogs at the Princess. I can't remember.
Chris Sadaway says, EST short, The Interview. Give me that in a theater.
Yeah.
He says, at least it wouldn't be too much of a time commitment. Collingwood Rob suggests Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, neat.
Bronco Nick, I like this one. Godfather Part 1. Poop Stains says 8 seconds. Nate the Builder, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
He didn't see that in the theater?
He says, crazy. I can't believe I didn't see it on the big screen.
That is interesting. Well, he probably had some baby to look after that was preventing him from going out.
And
wouldn't that be around the time?
Yeah,
They had
Benny.
Ben?
Oh, Benny. Wah,
Don't go out.
don't go, Dad. Wah.
Okay, we better. One more.
Oh, yeah. This one comes in from an unnamed texter. He says, I've actually seen the Big Lebowski there.
Oh,
and
sweet.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
it means right here.
Yeah, right here at the Garneau. Yeah, there'll be some good memories for people here for sure. All right, we got to call a timeout, 4 o'clock break, and then Elks quarterback Cody Fajardo.
The Lock Shop.
Zach just handed me a note because on the sheet here it says it's Zap, not Zach Hannigan. He also goes, it's Han Solo, not Hans Solo.
So that's his team.
Well, I don't think so. I think he just wants to. Well, maybe. Maybe
they're both on the same
Did
team.
Zach just come in and slip me a note about his own team? I sure hope he did. I really hope that's what that was.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Jared Brinkman, Nick Anderson, and Royce Metier were absent from Elks practice today. Brinkman recovering from a toe and shoulder injury. Anderson with a hip issue, while Metier is fighting an Achilles injury. And 2 new players have been added to the Elks practice roster. Defensive lineman Gavin Meyer and linebacker Xander Mueller signing with the EE. Well, for the Argos, Nick Arbuckle is questionable this week against the Alouettes as he missed practice with a calf injury. Jarrett Daggy, the expected starter for Toronto. Elsewhere, Aaron Jones of the Vikings is out a minimum of 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Cam Akers is expected to re-sign in Minnesota. MLB action, Toronto plays Game 2 of their 4-game set with Tampa. Jays winning 2-1 last night with the first pitch just after 5:30. Jose Barrios takes them out for Toronto. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
So Oilers getting ready to go, main training camp. So tomorrow it'll be the medicals and all that kind of stuff. When you played Golden Bears, did you have medicals and physicals at the start of the year?
No, you'd have testing.
So testing.
So I guess that was physicals.
Yeah,
but not medicals. Maybe there.
Like,
you know what, Reid? There was. You'd get a baseline test,
right,
for concussion.
Okay.
So you would have a clear brain, clear thoughts, and you'd have questions that you'd answer. Those would be your baseline.
Okay.
So if you got your bell rung while you're playing, they'd pull you aside. They'd have a resource to go to say, okay, he's not answering his simple baseline questions as fluidly or as confidently as he was with a clear mind.
Oh, okay.
But it would be testing. Bench, T-test, 40.
Did you do that VO2 max, the bike?
No.
That wasn't the thing?
That seems to be much more of a hockey thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never...
I guess
I've never come
hockey
across it.
is a different burst of skating for 40 seconds.
Short outbursts of maximum power and maximum efficiency, whereas football, you get breaks during, the downtime.
Right.
So, no, it's totally different.
They didn't. I mean, this might be really outdated. They measure your vertical or that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you'd measure your vertical. They'd measure your hands.
Like the size of your hands or the strength of your grip?
Thumb to tip of
Oh,
pinky.
really?
Yeah, it's supposed to tell you if you're a good football player or not. Well, this guy's got big hands. Yeah. He must be good.
Well, better to catch or knock something down, I guess.
I mean,
I couldn't throw a football, right? It'd be hard for me to grip a football because my hands are pretty small.
With proper teaching.
But by the time I was at the U of A, that probably already would have been identified.
Yes, most likely. Yes, most likely.
Oh, this guy can't hold a ball. Maybe he shouldn't be the quarterback. Cody Fajardo going to join us right away here. Edmonton Elks quarterback. They will be in Hamilton for a game Saturday at 5. Of course, these two teams played earlier in the season on Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium, and a heartbreaking loss for the Elks. Looked like they had a go-ahead touchdown with about a minute left. Wasn't hung on to by Kion Julian Grant, though he's come back with some pretty big catches since. The Elks, I guess it's not must-win territory, but you'd really love to have it going into Hamilton, and you'd like it if Winnipeg and BC lost as well. But yeah, the Oilers on the ice tomorrow. Oil Kings have that home and home with Red Deer coming up on Friday and Saturday. So they're opening in Red Deer on Friday, hosting Saturday at 4 against the Rebels. So there's the Taylor Swift tribute artist playing after the game.
Yes.
And Curtis Lazar, one of the all-time great Oil Kings from the current era, is going to be dropping the puck for that game. So that'll be fun for Curtis. And we have our very special guest on the line, Edmonton Elks quarterback Cody Fajardo. Check it in. Cody, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Doing very well. Thank you, as always, for taking time to join us. We love having you. We love talking to you because you can talk football, but you're kind of comfortable talking about other stuff. So before we dive into football, I want to have a little bit of fun with you or get to know you a little bit. We're doing our show right now in the lobby of a movie theater because we have our award show here tonight for our station, Edmonton Sports Talk. Are you a big movie guy? Do you have like a comfort movie you like to watch on the plane with the family, anything like that?
I am a movie guy. I'm one of those guys that likes rewatching movies. I'm not so big on new movies, but comedies is usually something I lean heavily on. But one of my favorite films, and probably it's controversial, but one of my favorite football films, which I think is the best football film made, is The Replacements. It's a rom-com. It's got everything you need in it. That's a show or a movie that I like to watch quite a bit. So that's something that usually gets the boys going in the locker room when I bring that up as the best football movie of all time.
That's the one with Gene Hackman, who recently passed, and Canadian Keanu Reeves. Yeah, I remember. I'm pretty sure I saw that. I think it's pretty good from what I remember. It's 25 years old now.
Yeah, they got the kicker that's wiry. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Wiry.
Right. Okay, that was that one. Okay. So did you know we have a question for our listeners today, so I'll ask you as well. Is there and maybe you're going to say it's The Replacements. Is there a movie that you like that you didn't get to see in the theater that if you had a chance to see it in the theater, you would go? Like for me, it's Aliens because it's a big action movie and it's James Cameron and Sigourney Weaver and it's special effects. I only rented it on VHS when I was a kid. If it ever showed in a theater, I'd love to go see it. Is there something that comes to mind for you?
There's a couple that have came out in theaters that I wish I would have saw in theaters, and I think one that comes to mind is Avatar. I think that would have been pretty cool to watch in theaters. You know, some of those sci-fi films that just got amazing pictures. You know that it would be 10 times better if you watch it in a theater with surround sound and a big jumbo screen. So that's one that comes to mind for sure. Is it's already a great movie when you watch it in your own house, but imagining that in the movie theaters would have been pretty special.
Okay, and well, another James Cameron movie. This is like a commercial for James Cameron. He's going to love this if you ever hear the show. Okay, look, turning to football a little bit, though I kind of want to find out a little bit about Cody Fajardo, the football player combined with the person. So you have a game like you just had against Toronto, or you have the game the previous weekend, where you beat Calgary. What is the next 24 to 36 hours for you after a game in terms of maybe physical recovery, and if there's a little bit of mental decompression that you need to go through?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the outcome dictates how you feel going into the next couple of days. Usually I like to bury the film as quickly as possible, whether we win or lose. I can't sleep the night after the game, and you replay plays in your mind. And most of the time it's plays that you didn't perform to a high level. Even when you do win, it's just like you want to go face those demons and you want to go see it and see how you could be better and moving forward. So, even after the Labor Day rematch, after that game, I wanted to watch that film and just see how I could get better. And then this past week in the gutted loss that we had against Toronto, it was like, it seems like the sooner I can face those fears, I would say, or those issues that I make on film, the easier it is for me to progress through the week. So I watched that film pretty quickly and pretty closely after the game, and just felt like there was a handful of plays that if I would have just done one thing different or tried to do a little bit better in certain situations, the outcome would have been different. But that's why we play the game. It usually comes down to, 5 plays, and you just hope that one of those 5 plays wasn't a mistake that you made. And I was beating myself up pretty bad over the weekend about fumbling that ball, and unfortunately it leads to a touchdown in a game that I think the reason why it hurt so much was we led that entire game. We led for 3 3/4 of that entire game, and then the final 3 minutes with my fumble, and then unfortunately gets ran back for a touchdown. And then all of a sudden you're looking up at the scoreboard and you're like, we're down. You felt like you had control of the whole game. So that one beat me up pretty good. But in pro sports, life goes on, and the sun came up, and our season isn't over by any stretch or any means. We just made it a little bit tougher on ourselves. So looking forward to the opportunity to going back out east and playing a really good Hamilton team and putting some good tape on the field.
Yeah, I'll just throw in one more, and Jay's got some for you about some of your teammates and facing the Ticats here. But when you look at that fumble, and of course, and you're very honest about it, it was a very critical play. Are you looking at your ball protection, at where you should have scrambled, at could have I released it earlier, or is it a combination of all those? I'm wondering how you break down that play in your own mind.
Yeah, it was. I thought I could do a better job protecting the football. That when I look back at the play, there was a guy wrapped up around my leg, so I was pretty much dead to right. So if I would have just kind of went down instead of trying to fight for extra yards or trying to break the tackle, sometimes when you're trying to fight for extra yards, that's when unfortunate things happen. And so that's where I learned, sometimes it's better to just go down than to fight for every little last yard, especially in the situation of the game. And that's where I think my veteran experience needs to kind of shine for a lot of our younger guys on a team. We were up 6 points with about 4 minutes left in the game, maybe a little bit less than 4 minutes. And Arbuckle was out of the game, and they were playing technically their third string quarterback. And so our defense was playing at such a high level and playing an elite football game, the way they were getting turnovers. So not giving them a turnover there and just allowing us to punt the ball and let our defense kind of stand on their head. That was the idea. And football is just a majestic game where every play is its own entity. So I think I just got to protect the ball there and not try and fight for extra things. It was I believe it was 2nd and 13 or something there. So it was, your conversion rate is somewhere below 10% on 2nd and 13. So sometimes you got to just take your small losses and try not to make a bad situation worse. And that's unfortunately what I did.
Elks quarterback Cody Fajardo joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Cody, you got Jay. Look, I wanted to ask you about the addition of Carter O'Donnell to this offensive line. What have been, he's only been there a couple weeks now, but what have been your initial early impressions of this newest addition to the O-line?
Yeah, extremely smart. A guy that's seen a lot of football, and he's seen a lot of football at the highest level. I think he was in the NFL for about 5 years, so he's been around a lot of good coaches, a lot of good schemes. He's gone against a lot of good football players, so you can just tell, like, I think he's only 26, and I say only 26 because I'm one of the older guys, but you can tell that he's got a veteran leadership to him, even though he doesn't have much CFL experience, but he does have a lot of NFL experience. He's got a lot of moxie to him. And him and Boyko, there's a lot of communication that goes on between our offensive line and the way we run things. And I was just watching their communication all week. I felt very comfortable with him in there, and I thought he played really well for his first CFL game. So he's been a great addition, I think, to our room.
Odu Hilaire and Benjamin Victor, they've come essentially out of nowhere, injury, but they're a big part of this offense. Both young players. You've been around a lot of different receivers, but as younger receivers, how high do you think the ceiling is for these guys?
Extremely high. And I think there is, the tangibles of being a talented receiver, like they have that. They have speed, they have route running, they have catchability, they have catch radius. Like all those things jump off the page. And it's easy to see like a guy like Benjamin Victor, who's played at Ohio State and played in some of the biggest games. Like that kind of stuff jumps off the page, and where their ceiling is really going to continue to go and them to continue to project the way that they should is the more they understand the CFL game, the more they understand how to waggle and how to use their waggle and how to use their speed. And certain routes, you're not trying to run 100%. You're trying to slow play it and then you take off. And so as the weeks progress, it's been really exciting to be a part of it and to watch those guys just get better each and every week. And it seems like, they were a couple of unknown guys a couple of weeks ago, but now I think defenses are taking them more seriously. They're guys that have been getting open, been getting catches, been able to get yards after catch. And so I think as their CFL knowledge increases, so is their play. And I think they're already doing a great job of playing for us and being a big part of this offense. At this point, it was evident last week against Toronto that they were trying to take Rankin away, and we need to find a way to get explosions on the offensive side that don't have the name Justin Rankin in it, because if they do find a way to take them away, we have to adapt to that, and we need to have some guys step up and make some big plays. And we're still just trying to figure out who that guy can be. And I think we have the guys in our locker room. It's just finding out and pressing the right buttons to figure out who's going to ignite this offense if teams are stopping Rankin, which is already a tough task to do.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that, about the deep shot, taking a shot downfield. Certainly last week, I can't recall that there was an attempt to push the ball downfield or take a shot. And, is that something, Cody, that Toronto had game planned to take away? Or was it just that they were giving up the underneath so much that you couldn't really turn away from it? It just seems like it's a part of this offense that maybe lacking's not the right word, but you'd maybe like to see more of it as a fan. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. And that's where I'm talking about fabricating. We need to find ways to create more explosions. The last 3 weeks have been, I think, frustrating in terms of that explosive mentality, because we played a Calgary team that does not allow you to throw the ball down the field. And I think Toronto, coming off a bye week, going into our game, watched a lot of their tape and kind of said, you know what, we're going to make you guys methodically go down the field. And if we can stop your run game and put you in some second and longs, it's going to be a tough day for you. And quite frankly, the way they played us, that was what made it very difficult on us. We were in way too many second and longs. And when I talk about second and longs, I'm talking about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 yards at times where we had to convert, and it's just really hard to do. So I think teams are trying to get us to be inefficient on first down, which when we do have inefficiencies on first down, we are off the field pretty quickly. But what I will say is that over the last 3 weeks, if you look at this offense and we gain 4 or more yards on first down, we are a very tough offense to get off the field. Like, we are converting our 2nd and 6 or less at one of the highest rates in the CFL. So that's kind of the mentality for a lot of teams, is make us drive the field, which is really hard to do in the CFL. But there are going to be times moving forward that I feel like I'm going to have to try to find ways to get explosions to your question, and I'm going to have to push the ball down the field and maybe put the ball in harm's way a little bit, and maybe I'm protecting it a little bit too much, and maybe that's a little bit on me. So just sitting down and talking with Coach McSimick, we're going to have to find ways to stretch the ball down the field, and if a bad play happens, a bad play happens, but we have to find ways to not have to drive the field every single time. Because if you look back at the last game, most of our scoring drives were like 9-play drives, 7-play drives, 6-play drives, 8-play drives. And we're just earning every single point scored. And sometimes it's nice just to, have 1-play drive for a 90-yard touchdown like we had 2 weeks ago. Like, sometimes that's a little bit better for us offensively.
Cody, Reid again. I'll just wrap up with one more. I want to get your opinion on something that's talked about in the National Football League. Quarterback sneaks are like old hat in the CFL. Now there's the tush push, the brotherly shove in the NFL, and they've talked about should it be banned or changed. What do you think of as a quarterback? What do you think of the tush push and the NFL finally figuring out there's a way to make a quarterback sneak work?
And honestly, my whole thought process behind that, as an offensive guy, is if we can do something that you can't stop, we're going to do it. And there's a reason why everybody doesn't do the tush push, because it's actually pretty hard. And the Eagles are just phenomenal because they have a great front five. Their offensive line is very, very good. They have a quarterback who deadlifts and squats over 500 pounds. Like, he's a pretty stout, strong individual. So they're just playing to their strengths. And like I said, as an offensive guy, it's one of those things where you can't make up a rule just because you can't stop it. And that's how I believe. Like, you're just going to fabricate a rule so that you can stop something that's been so successful. You got to find ways on the defensive side of the ball to stop it. And here's the thing: if the tush push wasn't successful, nobody would be talking about it. But the fact that it is successful, I think that's why it's such a hot topic. But it's because it's successful. If we were to throw the go ball every down and score an 80-yard touchdown, people would say, "Oh, you can't run go balls anymore." But that takes out of the execution, and that takes so much out. But nobody's going to do that. It's just this happens to create a lot of media attention. So my whole thing is, if you want it out, stop it. Because once you start stopping it a couple times, I guarantee you offenses will stop running it because it's going to be an ineffective play.
Cody, I know fans really appreciate how well-spoken you are and appreciate your honesty. Even in the short time you've been with the Elks, you've been great coming on our show. Win or lose. Hopefully it's a win this Saturday in Hamilton, another big one. All the best against the Tiger Cats.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for the kind words. And we got to right the ship, and then we got a big home game coming back here. So hopefully we can give our fans a reason to come out and make it look like how it was coming out for the Labor Day rematch. So we got to do our part, and we got a tough duty ahead. But I believe in this team, and I believe in our coaches, and we're going to give it all on the field this Saturday.
Right on. That is Cody Fajardo checking in. Great interview, as always, on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. We love having Cody on. He won't shy away from it. He broke down that fumble.
Awesome.
Tough play for him. He broke down what he could have done better. He talked very candidly about the offense. But, I think that's, Jay, where we've sort of – like, football's a great sport because – I've been watching it all my life. I didn't really start watching NFL until I got cable when I moved to Edmonton, but I've been watching CFL all my life.
Yeah.
And that's really become, not that it wasn't there, but I feel as if it's more openly talked about. And I remember even when Scott Milanovich was briefly the coach here in Edmonton, he never got to coach a game because COVID wiped out his season. But I got to interview him once. And I said, what's your offensive, philosophy if you could just sum something up for fans without going into X's and O's? And he said, if you want to score a touchdown, you have to have a 25 to 30-yard play on your drive. He goes, you can't just rely on gaining 5 yards at a time because then eventually one mistake, one penalty, one drop, one missed block, like you're done. Like you have to take a gouge out of the defense. And the commentators calling the Elks game on Sunday reference that. And I'm not saying that they didn't know about big plays before, but I think especially, you look at south of the border 30, 40 years ago, 3 yards on a cloud of dust, which still leaves you a yard short, by the way.
Yeah.
But there was that. Of course, you love long drives and sustaining the clock and all that kind of stuff. But that's what's biting the Elks.
Sorry, Reid, but if you don't have that play on the drive, you have to have the threat of it or the perceived threat.
Point, yeah.
To say to the defense, well, they may take the top off on this play. No, okay, maybe they'll do it here. But if you're never doing it, and that's why Cody said, we've got to figure this out.
Right.
Because without it, your offense loses a dimension. And it loses the ability to take the top off. It loses the ability to keep the defense on their heels.
Yeah.
So they really do have to figure that out. And I thought, and that's why as a fan, you can look at a guy like Cody Fajardo and say, okay, that guy's owning up to things. He's taking, the blame or the praise, and he's moving on from it. What he said about Justin Rankin, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
You need to find a way to win if the team you're playing against takes away number 5.
Right, and I guess that goes back to one of the things we've talked about is that deep threat receiver, or even that 15 to 20 yard threat receiver. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the throws are 5 to 6 yards. Try to get some yak or complete 2 or 3 in a row, and drive the ball that way. And I mean, and he said it. Toronto knows how good Rankin is. Toronto saw Rankin gouge Calgary several times. And they said, if we lose, we're not losing because of Rankin getting 150 yards or whatever.
Yep.
And so they kind of were like, who's going to go over the top as a receiver? But then Fajardo also acknowledged, as a quarterback and an offensive coordinator with McSimic, you have to figure out how to get those passing plays.
Absolutely.
You can't just throw your arms up in the air and say, oh, well, Benjamin Victor is not Ed Hervey in his prime, so I guess we can't throw deep. No, they got to figure out a way.
Yeah.
And obviously, they're going to also have to figure out a way because Rankin got shut down. Except for, Leak had one good run and Rankin had one good run last
correct.
game. Now, Rankin's helped get them the lead after they'd lost it late in the game.
Yeah.
But, they didn't have much. So, but it's refreshing to hear Fajardo because he sort of was like, hey everybody, I'm seeing where I'm living what you're seeing.
Yeah.
He wasn't acting like, oh no, it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not like we're living 2 separate lives here. He sees what everybody sees.
Yeah.
And he wants to fix it.
But it's his teammates, and he's got a different perspective to trying to do something about it. But really good interview. Thanks to Michael with the Elks for lining up Cody, who has been a pleasure to talk throughout his tenure here in Green and Gold. And now they go into Hamilton on Saturday. That's going to be a 5:00 game. Jay and Matthew Iwanyk will be on the stream at 4:00 on Edmonton Sports Talk on Saturday for the Green and Gold Kickoff show, and they're on after the game as well for the Green and Gold post-game show. And, of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel is coming up. JB Thomas, our buddy from the Ground Control podcast in Winnipeg, is going to join us before 5:00 as well. Here's the Coop.
Today's Elks injury report had 3 players away from practice. Nick Anderson out with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sidelined with a shoulder/toe issue, while Royce Metier sat out with an Achilles injury. And earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Gavin Meyer and linebacker Xander Mueller to their practice squad, both players coming from Division I play in the NCAA. In Toronto, Nick Arbuckle missed practice with a calf injury. Jarrett Daggy now the expected starter for Week 16 against the Alouettes. The Vikings will be without Aaron Jones for at least 4 weeks as he sits out with a hamstring injury. In response, Cam Akers is reportedly signing with the Vikings, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Sources also saying that the Vikings are giving Desmond Ridder a deal. MLB action. Toronto plays Game 2 of their 4-game set with Tampa. Jays winning 2-1 last night with first pitch just after 5:30. Jose Barrios gets the ball for Toronto. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. The oil understood for GCL Diesel is next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Let's talk about Trey, you savage. Keegan Matheson, he's an author.
In Toronto, we have lived through some pitching prospects who haven't worked. Alec Manoah, Ricky Tiedemann, Nate Pearson. But that was one of the best debuts you'll ever see. What Savage was doing to the Rays hitters with his splitter was ridiculous. They looked stupid.
Yes,
it was unbelievable.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Jason Milne on the lead vocal, circa 2002. Little North Shore coming back from break. Now, did you ever take singing lessons?
No.
You just dove in and sang rock and roll?
Well, I grew up going to church, and you'd sing every Sunday. And
right.
I was in
exactly like being the lead singer of a rock band.
Yeah, pretty much. So many similarities. But you'd go. I was part of the church choir. Actually, so was Damon Bunting at one point.
Oh, really?
Same choir. We were called Triumphant Sound. I'm not kidding.
No, I believe you.
We went as far as Dauphin, Manitoba, to perform.
Was it a competition or a performance?
No, it was a music festival.
That Clash of the Choirs?
It was the Christian music festival. Yeah. Yeah, it was...
Who will lift the scepter of the Lord in the Clash of the Choirs? From Edmonton. What were you called again? Triumphant
Sound.
From Sherwood Park. Triumphant Sound.
That's so good.
And now from Thunder Bay, the Bolts of Glory.
The Bolts of Glory. That's a good one.
And finally from St. John's, Fisherman's Friends.
That is good. Fisherman's Friends. I like that.
Yeah, it works, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as dumb as I look.
Oh,
anyway, that was a little North Shore coming back from break.
Lovely.
We're live at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau. The Esties are at 7 o'clock. And if you want to come. $10, bring $10, preferably $1. Well, yeah, you got to pay actual money. And how much is the coffee again? 20? $20 for a bag of coffee.
Yeah.
We got Aaron already ready to sell it. So this is perfect.
It's here set up.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Ready to roll.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But I think my parents are going to make it tonight.
Oh, fun.
Yes. They're using Uber.
Uh-oh.
Which could be interesting. Yes.
Well,
my mom has Uber, the Uber app. She has used Uber before.
Which should be fine.
She was asking me last night, so what do I do? And I think the last time they Ubered was last year's Esties, so Garneau Theatre came up as the first option on the list. In the where to?
Well, it's just easier too. It's parking around here isn't exactly.
Yeah, this is an
readily available.
This is an odd area in which to park because we're close to the university, and even around here, I mean, there's the Garneau, there's the High Level Diner, the Sugar Bowl, the coffee place, or that bike store is still there, and then that's a residential street.
Yeah,
and I think you need a permit to park on that street, so you can't just
be like parking at your parents' place during a football game,
right?
That's liable to get towed.
Yeah, so I assume there are places. I don't even know where you could park around here, but they're taking an Uber, so hopefully they wind up here and not in like some small town named Garneau in northern BC or something like that. It's got to be a town named Garneau somewhere.
Garneau,
in Canada.
Saskatchewan.
It's the Oil Understood, presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. Well, what do you want to know about the Oilers? You know what? Ask me. Put it in the nasty chat. Ask me anything about the Oilers for Oilers Understood.
Okay.
We got 5 minutes. It's training camp. We've talked about potential stories. We've gone over the McDavid contract ad nauseum, the contract extension. So I
got a question.
Ask me anything about the Oilers in the nasty chat or texting in 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox.
Who do you think on the Oilers roster has the chance? And I mean, you're not telling me or seeing the future here, but in your opinion, who has the chance at overachieving on what most fans' preconceptions would be for them this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I'm going to go back to Wallman. I think he could really take a step forward and look very assertive and good on the blue line. I'd have to start there. Up front, you know what? I'm going to say Trent Frederick.
I figured you might say that.
What if he actually can score 20 to 25?
Yeah.
As opposed to the 15 that a lot of us are banking on. I mean, I was tempted to say Podkolzin, but I don't know if, I think we kind of recognize what he is.
Right.
You'd like more goal scoring. I don't know if it's going to be there. So if you're talking about likelihood or could, I think maybe I would list Frederick. I mean, what if all of a sudden he is this dynamic force that they were hoping to get when they made that trade?
What about a player like Nuge, who's coming off a not so great year?
Oh, like he gets back up like 70, 80 points again? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And that could depend on the success of the power play. I mean, look, what was the power play 11th? It was an off year for the power play.
Yeah.
By their standards. I don't think it's finished. I don't think it's figured out. Quite frankly, I hate when people say that.
No, I've heard you hate that.
Yes.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, if this power play is up around 30% again, then that's going to should be more points for Nugent Hopkins.
Does the weight of a goaltender change any of your opinions on said goaltender heading into the season?
No, I got to see it. I know there's that, because what's the story? Skinner's lighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's sleeker. And maybe that's going to help.
I don't see how it can hurt. If Stu Skinner shed some pounds, he's going to be lighter, which means you can be quicker and faster.
Right.
At least that's my interpretation.
Yeah, that's the theory, but you still got to get in the way of the puck. So I'm I guess I'm in the we'll see. I'm in the show me state for that one.
Show me state.
Yes.
Max Bezozu says, that was my question, Jay. What about someone more unlikely taking a jump, like Yarventi or Hudson or Deneen?
I would say no to all of those.
Okay.
I mean, I'd look at like a farmhand from last year taking a jump. I don't know. I mean, I'd look to Ike Howard before one of those guys.
What about a player like Savoy? I mean, you saw that he stood out in those rookie games. Now it's rookies on rookies. It's not.
Yeah.
This is not.
But you'd hope that he would stand out in those games.
So is that enough for you, in your opinion, to say, okay, Savoy?
No, I still got to see it in the NHL, but I think he's of the age and of the pedigree that you would hope he's ready to become a contributing NHL.
A regular
contributing
NHLer, night in, night out.
Actually is a threat. Yes. I mean, he's going to have to learn still the nuances of the NHL game. It's a long season, all the flights and everything like that. But I guess I don't. I don't consider that as unlikely as some of the guys Mex listed, and I don't think any of those guys will be regulars in the NHL that he wrote.
This came in from the same guy that talked about Big Lebowski earlier. So Dusty Gage, and you should let us know your handle. We can put it in here and update the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. So Dusty Gage and Cass did their projected opening day lineups. I might be crazy, but I don't think any of them had Ike there. And obviously that's Ike Howard.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
I got to see him in the preseason. I realized the rookie camp didn't look good. Or those two rookie games didn't look great. I mean, because he wasn't super dynamic. I get that it's going from the NCAA to the NHL. That's more common than it used to be. I think he will get a very good opportunity to be on the opening day lineup. I think right now it's more likely Savoy is there. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe Howard will have to start in the minors and work his way up. But I think there's a spot there for him to grab for sure.
And what award are you most confident in securing tonight?
Here's a good question.
Here's the thing. I think, and it's a good thing I brought my car with nothing in the back, so we could fill that thing up should you take home multiple trophies.
Well, I don't even know everything that I could possibly win. And I'm not going to be in any way upset if I don't win stuff. Where's the list here? Esties. What award do I think I am most likely to win? I actually think it'll probably be, maybe this is just because I'm biased towards my own experience because I know what I went through in terms of gutsiest performance of the year, and that's working the day after I had eye surgery.
Classic.
Because looking back on it, I should not have worked that day.
Probably not.
And maybe even the next, because then it was 2 days later. Matthew drove me to work and picked me up early. Remember, I fell asleep in the chair at work, and there was guests there who wanted to talk to me, and you were like, "Well, he's a
little tuckered."
Sorry, he's had, and were that not in the middle of the playoffs, I probably would have taken the day after off, but then gone back 2 days later. But for me, that's, and I think I actually voted for. I don't think I voted for myself in anything, at least not first. I actually voted for myself in that category.
Well, you should, yeah.
Because I know what that experience was like for me. And I don't think it's surpassed by anything else in that category.
I'm just excited for tonight. It's
going to be fun.
I think it's going to be a fun evening.
All right. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne coming to you from the banquet studio today, the remote banquet studio, as we're at Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Catch every Blue Jays game at the Canadian Brewhouse. Try our $7.99 gourmet hot dog with cactus chips.
Gourmet.
Springer Dinger, Vladdy Daddy, and more.
Springer Dinger.
That's what it says. Plus $1 off Bud Light tankards during the game. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house is your house. Our buddy Jamie Thomas. Well, maybe we'll see if he's ever won an award and how he handled it.
Well, we'll have to get his.
We'll get to that.
We'll have to get his take on the off-topic topic. And just set
that's
the
a good
scene,
one too.
as to where we are.
This is great. All right, coming back after this update.
Nick Anderson, Royce Mechie, and Jared Brinkman all missed Elks practice today, with Anderson sidelined with a hip issue. Mechie out with an Achilles injury, while Brinkman sat out with a shoulder and toe injury. Staying in E-Town, the Elks signed 2 NCAA defenders to their practice roster, bringing in linebacker Xander Mueller and defensive lineman Gavin Meyer, while for Minnesota, Aaron Jones has been ruled out a minimum 4 weeks with a hamstring injury, being placed on the injured reserve for Minnesota, with ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Cam Akers is re-signing with the Vikings. In the majors, Toronto and Tampa have Game 2 of their 4-game series. Jays winning 2-1 yesterday. Jose Barrios gets the ball for Toronto with first pitch at 5:35. And 2 games are underway right now, both in the top of the first and runless. Cubs battling the Pirates, while the Guardians take on the Tigers. Jamie Thomas is our guest on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
You can never take that away from a player. When you get the ring, it's something that's names on the cup. That's something that is immortal, right? And that's one of the wonderful things about the cup. And, and I do take digs. I know there's going to be American readers, and I do talk about the things in hockey that I love, which is that the names do go in the cup, and that all the other trophies in the 3 other major sports are freaking
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse, presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankers. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Hoping to connect with Jamie Thomas here in a couple of minutes. And Matthew Iwanyk, our Chief Operating Officer, will join us at about 5:20 for a quick preview, well, an extended preview perhaps, of the Esties. That young man does a lot of work. Oilers camp tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll be going down there. Coob, try phone for Jamie. I think he might have to do phone here. He says to give him a call, which is fine. We love seeing Jamie, but we'll do phone. It's fine. Yeah, so Stan Bowman is supposed to speak tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll see what players might take some questions and stuff like that. I think I'm on the Oil stream tomorrow, so I'll be on for noon. Who am I with, Iwanyk? Where's Dustin? Oh, you got work stuff to do. He's got they're doing work stuff. I think Quinn Phillips is coming tonight.
Oh, that'll be great.
Celebrities in attendance. And what, Belzy's coming? Cass is coming to the Esties.
Yeah.
This is a great, going to be a great turnout. Did you see Mex's question for you? What was your go-to place to eat when you were at the U of A? The Badass Jack's used to be in the Garneau area.
Yeah, it used to be right there.
Across the 109th. It's not still there, is it? Is Badass Jack still a thing?
I think there's one.
Is there still one? What was their shtick?
Up on 170th
It was
Street.
like wraps with, and you could put crazy stuff in it.
It's like Subway for wraps.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
like Chipotle, or Chipper as the kids call it. Maybe Chipotle took over Badass Jack's. This sounds incredibly plain, but I was an Edo Japan guy.
In a hub?
Yeah, no, sub.
Sub, okay.
So I was a beef yakisoba.
Nice.
Double beef. 2 scoops of teriyaki
That's what
sauce.
you would eat like before practice?
You'd have lunches too. I'd bring my own lunch, but if you were stuck and you had to have something,
you got that.
It was Edo Japan.
All right, perfect.
Still a guilty pleasure of mine.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
If you're taking us in on YouTube, smash that thumbs up button. We need 7 more thumbs to get to 100, and the show's not even 2/3 over. And this next guest should be worth your thumb if you haven't given it already. He's the host of the Ground Control Podcast, the official podcast of the Winnipeg Jets, and he's an all-around entertaining guy. It is Jamie Thomas checking in. Jamie, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Jay, I was at Edo Japan all the time when I lived in Lethbridge. It was like teriyaki chicken every day, all day. And we try to convince ourselves that it was healthy. We were eating healthy today all the time.
Because it was rice or noodles. And there were veggies in it, so that makes up for something.
Yes, the vegetables were an integral part of the diet to convince ourselves that we're eating healthy. So instead of the McDonald's or the big cookie from the gas station. So the things we tell ourselves in our younger years. Anyways.
Yeah.
Enough about
that's
me.
Beautiful.
What about you guys?
No, that's awesome. So we're I don't know how much you heard ahead of time. We're live at the Garneau Theatre. So 87th Ave, 109th Street, or I'm sure you'll sort of remember that area from your time here.
Yes,
the old Garneau Theatre. We got our award show tonight. So our off-topic topic for William Huff, and you're into movies, and you and I have some similar tastes. So our off-topic topic: what movie that you have seen but didn't see in the theater would you go see in the theater if it got re-released or was one night only at the place like the Garneau? I'll give you time to think and feel. Mine would be Aliens. I rented Aliens on VHS, but it's a big action James Cameron spectacle, special effects, sound effects. So I'd say if they put Aliens on one night at the Garneau, I'd try to come. What would it be for you?
Okay, easy one, because as you know, I'm a Marvel superhero kind of guy. I had never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy in my earlier years, so I'm like, it can't be good. And then I watched it at home, and I was like, what a mistake. It was such a good movie. So Guardians of the Galaxy, hands down, the one that I made a massive mistake seeing. I could have said Star Wars because I was too little to see it. So, but that's going back way too far. That was out of wasn't old enough to go see it yet.
But did you go see the re-release in '97 or some of the other times?
No, I went. So I think right after Empire Strikes Back came out in the theaters, I think they had re-released Star Wars, if my memory serves me correctly. So I did see it in the theater before. The best part is no one will ever remember this because no one's old enough. It's like I watched Star Wars on video disc, not VHS. Video disc. Yeah, the big laser disc that you shove in the big tray, you put in the tray, and you pull out the whatever the holder was. So I watched. That's where I saw Star Wars was on video disc. Do you remember this?
No.
Hey, do you remember these?
I do not. I don't know what a laser disc is or was.
J-Bone. It's like literally. It's like you go to go into a record store and you flip through. But they were like They were like 3 times as thick as an actual record holder.
Yeah.
So was this the before compact discs?
Yes.
Like this was the way it went?
This were non-compact. This is right before VHS came online, right before beta. So this is, I actually saw Friday the 13th on one of those
VHS?
suckers.
Yes.
Yeah. It has to be before VHS. Has to be.
My uncle had a Laserdisc machine in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And
it was a big clunky thing. It was, but I mean, it got the job done. So I have no idea how much they cost, but I remember going to the video store to go get those suckers. Man, that's the other thing too. No one has to realize how expensive it was when you didn't return a VHS tape. It was so expensive. It's like $100. Like beyond comprehension of your budget.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing the Laserdisc stuff. Okay, one more non-hot. We'll get a couple thoughts on the Jets, but we got months to focus on them. We got the award show tonight. Have you ever won an award, or what's like the weirdest award you ever won, or did you ever get like a sarcastic, mean-spirited award from a listener or something? Uh-oh, he's giggling.
That's quite a personal question. Let me think. The funny part is, if you think of all the times that you could have won an award but you didn't. So you know how they have those Emmy Award winning on your Twitter your Twitter bio. I do not have any of those to offer.
Okay.
Like, I remember when I was trying to apply for a job in the States. Like, do you have any awards? I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, I can't believe that was a question. We only hired you. You should have just made something up. You should have been like, yeah, I was the.
Need something big for your resume if you're going to go on stage. Do you have anything? I'm like, I can't even make up anything for this one, man. So it's just like.
Well, I think we should make a push to have Jamie Thomas nominated for an Esty. I mean, that would look great on the resume.
I mean, then I can finally get a job in the United States because I've won something. So Esty would be, if that gets me over the top, gets me into America, then I'm all for it. Please nominate me for something.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you want
wait till next year, I gotta really work myself. I gotta figure out how I'm going to get into the good books for the award winners. The Academy, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Because if you won an Esty and then in an interview somebody said, "Have you ever won an award?" You just go like, "Well, yes, an Esty," but you don't explain what an Esty is.
You just assume they know what it is.
And then they probably would feel stupid. Like if you act like it's something everybody should know what it is, then they're not going to feel stupid. Like, sorry, Esty. They're like, "Oh my God, what am I missing?"
You can't tell me those people just put. I would throw if I worked in America, I would say Emmy Award winner. They don't even who looks it up. Really, I was best sports anchor in South Dakota. Like, I mean, it just depends. Like, where did you get this from? Oh man, I've had so many jobs, I just can't remember. So it was a long time ago, but I won an Emmy for sure.
Jamie Thomas joining us from the Winnipeg Jets Ground Control Podcast, the official podcast of the Jets. All right, couple hockey things. We love joking around with you too. So they've had the captain skates like the orders went through here. I saw some comments and clips about Jonathan Toews being around. Early impressions maybe of him being around and what players are saying.
Okay, so I think the best thing that's been said so far was Luke Shen, who's won a couple Stanley Cups. He's just like, Jonathan Toews can walk in our dressing room and not say a word. And his presence alone is good enough. So, I mean, what else does he really have to do? The one thing that he has said is he's going to slowly integrate himself into the dressing room, right? You don't want to step on anybody's toes. Adam Lowry, Josh Morrissey, Mark Scheifele are the leadership group. Now Adam Lowry's out until at least November. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to take him long to acclimate himself to the guys in the dressing room. It's not like he's a shrub or anything like that. He's actually won something. So, unlike myself. So, I mean, watching him skate I didn't realize his like neck is thick, and I just totally forgot. I thought he would be a little smaller guy, but he's a rather large individual, and he looks impressive. I think. Clearly, with Adam Lowry being out of the lineup, they're going to be needing him a lot. Lowry's a big hole to fill. Sorry, excuse me. On the penalty kill, he's certainly your number. He goes up to McDavid and Draisaitl on a nightly basis whenever the Jets play the Oilers. So they'll miss him. Wow. I'm dying on your show at the same time after telling you I never won anything. Thank you.
This could go for the gutsiest performance.
Couldn't get the video to work. Like, you phoned me, I'm late. Like, it's just, I'm on fire today. Point being, best guess ever. That's the award I'm going to win. Just the big hole that's going to be left there, but I think you're going to be leading on Jonathan Toews, which I think won't take him long to get back on track here. Clearly, his hands are a little bit behind, but I don't think it'll be long before he's ready to go. And he said he wanted to play as many preseason games as possible to get things going. Whether that means 4 or 5 or 3, that remains to be seen. But clearly, he wants to get back into game action as quickly as possible, as much as possible before the regular season opens.
Is it like? With the way it ended to the Jets last year, they're out in the second round. So are they being overlooked as a team that should be?
They were last year too, right?
Yeah,
right.
I
mean, look what happened after they got wiped out by Colorado. Everyone's like, no, they what is this? And then they go start 15-1, and then go on to win the Central for the first time ever and the President's Trophy. I think it's easy to overlook them again because I think there's still a lack on the outside of this market, a belief in if Connor Hellebuck can get them to where they need to go. And I saw enough of him after the winning game 7 over St. Louis that I felt like he was back to his old self. So, I mean, I can understand why people are like, he's great in the regular season, but he hasn't won anything. Well, I think that mental hurdle was over once they got past St. Louis, and then they just ran out of gas. Losing that first, and the fact they didn't win a playoff game on the road is not just on Connor Hellebuck, it's on the entire group. So for you to go 0-6 on the road, not helpful. So that's something that has to be looked at. So I can understand why there's still a lot of hesitancy outside of Winnipeg on this team. You lost Nikolai Ehlers. Can the power play be around 1, 2, 3 again this year? Questions that are there. But Cole Perfetti had a breakout year last year. He'll play with Jonathan Toews, I believe, start camp. They brought in Gustav Nyquist, guy that had 70 points in Nashville 2 years ago. So I think you have the pieces already outside of Adam Lowry being out that you can still be a pretty formidable team. That's just not going to go away. The same defensive structure's there. The core group is all there. Connor Hellebuck's there. So I believe they're being overlooked again, but that seems to be par for the course for people looking at the Winnipeg Jets as a serious Stanley Cup contender.
Well, Jamie, we never overlook you as a great guest.
Yeah.
And you're welcome on this program anytime. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people overlooked me when it came to nominating me for Emmys, but that's okay, even though I didn't work in America.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can fix that. Hey,
and James Duthie is always around as a host, so I can't win that award. So that's pretty much it. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's tough. Oh, yeah. Well, we love you. You're number one in our hearts.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll be.
I am the best ground control host in the country. How about that?
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
positive,
easily by far. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk soon, buddy.
Okay,
thanks for joining us.
Have fun at the Esties.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're here at the Garneau Theatre, Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Jamie Thomas checking in. Oh, Matthew Iwanyk just walking by. He's changed into his suit.
It's like Clark Kent.
We have to do that right after the show is done.
Look at him.
At 6:00.
He looks dapper.
Yeah, we're getting close. A lot of fun. Good to have Jamie on the show. Yeah, the Jets. I mean, we were talking a couple weeks ago, like who's a contending team. I mean, look, it's easy to remember. Well, Florida kicked everybody's ass. Who beats them? Well, there's a lot that could happen. The Jets should be a very good team. He mentioned they lost Ehlers. Fair enough. But they got a lot of players back. They got a lot of structure back. And I wonder about, we definitely saw Corey Perry have an impact on the Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he could still play, right? And, of course, he's hurt now with LA. We got to see what goes on there. But he could still play. But I do think Perry's veteran presence and experience made a difference for the Oilers the last couple of years. I don't think Jonathan Toews can hurt the Winnipeg Jets.
Right.
And I think it would be even silly to say, no impact. Like, it's going to help. Like, what did he say that Luke Shen said? Him just walking around the dressing room and not saying anything. Players are like, oh, that's Jonathan Toews. Or that's the guy. It's the guy I could never get the puck off of for 5 years playing against him. That's an impact. So I think they're going to be interesting to watch, and I think they'll be right up there near the top of the West again.
Well, and it'll give a lot of excitement for preseason games for Jets fans to know that Jonathan Toews wants to play in as many of them as he can.
Right.
That'll be interesting to see is how long does it take for the rust to shake off? Jamie said that his hands are, not where they have been or will be.
Yeah.
How long does that process take? Because he's been,
that's a fair point. That part, maybe that puck stuff and some of those little moves. We'll see when that comes back. Great to have Jamie on the show. And of course, I know we have plenty of Winnipeg sports talkers who check our shows out as well. So hi to you guys. And thanks for checking out Jamie's interview. You can text us at 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. You can post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you're there. We have eclipsed 100 thumbs. So now bonus territory. Just pour some gravy on us with some extra thumbs. See how high we can go.
Clear gravy.
And you can email Crystal Gravy, read at edmontonsportstalk.com. j@edmontonsportstalk.com. We'll do some limericks when we get back. Buying or selling, words of the day, all in the final hour, plus Iwanyk. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
Two guys and a goalie.
Cash, you want to dive into this Spencer Knight thing with Stewie Skid?
Here are Spencer Knight's numbers. 24 years old, 95 games in the NHL. Goal against of 282. Save percentage, 904. Now, you have Dustin Wolf contract, and then you have Edmonton Oilers fans who are like, oh, Stuart Skinner's going to sign for $2.5 million as a starting goalie.
I love your fan voice.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Fall football and your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Jared Brinkman, Nick Anderson, and Royce Mathieu were absent from Elks practice. Brinkman recovering from a toe and shoulder injury. Anderson with a hip issue, while Mathieu is fighting an Achilles injury. And 2 new players have been added to the Elks practice roster. Defensive lineman Gavin Meyer and linebacker Xander Mueller signing with the Double E. Elsewhere, Aaron Jones of the Vikings is out a minimum of 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Cam Akers is expected to re-sign in Minnesota. In MLB action, Toronto plays game 2 of their 4-game set with Tampa. Jays winning 2-1 last night. First pitch goes just after 5:30. Jose Barrios takes them out for Toronto. And right now, in the majors, there's 3 games underway. Midway through the second, the Guardians lead the Tigers 1-0. Well, top of the second, Red Sox and Athletics are runless as the Cubs and Pirates are dead even at zeros, bottom of the first. I'm Zachary Kubich. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, there we go. 5:05. We're with you until just before 6. We are live at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau. The Esties are at 7 o'clock tonight. If you don't have a ticket,
come on by.
Come tonight. If you're like, hey, what should I do tonight? Come to the Esties.
Come on down.
By 7 o'clock, $10 to get in. Bring cash and come in. We got new EST coffee, from Fox Coffee. You can buy a bag of that for $20. So it's exciting
Cash
stuff.
or check, right? Maddie said checks are open.
Oh, yeah, please bring a check. Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. Maybe a money order. Maybe a government bond. Just bring some gold bullion. I have the gold bullion, Mr. Bond. I also will not tell you where it is. That's like, well, that guy sort of just a semi-menacing villain.
Good character.
Like, yeah, he's a good character. All right, let's do a couple limericks.
This one came in from Jeff and YYZ. The Esties tonight are all set. Reid is winning some hardware, I'll bet. What are the chances someday that we hear play-by-play with Chet Palmer and Dick Veneret?
That could happen.
He says, I'll be toasting EST vicariously tonight.
That's awesome. VR Montenegro writing and says, tonight we will find out who won an Esty. Extremely honored to be a nominee. Enjoy the celebration of the best radio station. All winners chosen by mystery committee. Yes, I believe it's a shadowy cabal. Is that proper usage of that word?
Probably. Bronco Nick says, hope you enjoy the Esties tonight. Can't make it. Chauffeuring my star to badminton. He says, the Esties celebration is going on tonight. Celebrating the people that have shone bright, wearing their best in glamour or jest. I wonder what it's going to be the highlight.
Probably that break in the music we just heard. A cabal is a secret group united to promote private interests, often with negative connotations of conspiracy and intrigue. Yeah, so it could be a shadowy cabal that picked the Esty winners. Why not?
Why not?
Do you still have that special email you received yesterday?
Oh,
we forgot to read that yesterday. I just thought of it. You got to read this. This is okay. Buying or selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Did you find it?
I did.
Okay, buying or selling, Jay should reply to this email.
Ooh, this will be interesting. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Linnea Hedlund, and I'm from Sweden. I'm writing you today to request a pen pal friendship. I've always been fascinated by the idea of having a pen pal, and I believe that it would be a great opportunity to learn about new cultures and exchange ideas with someone from a different part of the world. If you are open to the idea, I would love to exchange letters and get to know you better. We could talk about anything and everything from our daily lives to our interests and hobbies. I believe that this could be a truly enriching experience for both of us. And I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you for your time and consideration. Best regards, Linnea.
So she wants to be a pen pal with you.
Yeah.
Linnea Hedlund?
Hedlund. I mean,
Didn't
that sounds
say how
Swedish.
she got your email.
Oh, and it went right to spam, oddly enough.
Looking for a pen pal. Buying or selling, should Jay reply to that email? Text in 780-218-9999 the River Cree Resort Casino inbox or post in the nasty chat on YouTube. Should Jay reply to that email? I said to Jay yesterday when he read that, if you were to reply, after how many email exchanges does she start asking for money? Or, well, that email address. We assume that maybe perhaps is not Linnea.
But yeah. Wait, Reid, the email came from Linnea Hedlund 24
at Outlook.com.
At Outlook.com.
Well, that is an actual email.
Wait, is it Outlook?
Is there an extra O in it?
No.
Okay. That's usually a sign that something isn't
sorry,
right.
Linnea. I just want to announce this on air.
Rip says we should have an EST contest for the best reply. Yeah. Well, if we ever thought ahead and organized anything for the show, we could do that. Most of the planning for stuff that happened at 5:11 happens at about 5:03. So,
Reid.
Well, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody that. Well, Iwanyk didn't hear that, did he? Well, look at those socks.
I have the same socks.
Are they green and gold or black and gold?
Those are Esties or EST
those are
socks.
EST socks. Right.
Yeah.
I have EST socks. I don't think I got the stripy ones. You know what socks I brought tonight to wear with my suit? Just to a throwback of an earlier portion of my life. Someone got me socks. Oh. Wasn't it Coob, the Spam socks?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got those downstairs.
For canned ham.
Jay and I get to change in a green room. Okay, so we're not nobodies. Colin Mockery could have used that green room. When
he
was
probably did.
did.
Should we sign or look for his signature on the wall?
Yes, it's down there.
Imagine if we were the two jackasses that started signing the wall there.
Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube as well. We have moved past 100, which is pretty cool. We're having a lot of fun getting ready for the Esties. Talking Elks, we had quarterback Cody Fajardo on the show. He said it. They got to get some bigger plays really out of the passing game, to summarize what he said, when they play in Hamilton Saturday at 5. Our coverage, the EST kickoff show, Green and Gold Kickoff show with Jay and Matt, 4 o'clock on Saturday, and then they're on after the game for the postgame show. Oilers getting going tomorrow, so we'll have plenty of new audio and perhaps new angles to discuss all day long tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I have another buying or selling for you.
Do tell.
Well, it's more of a yes or no. Did you notice that Notre Dame changed their logo?
I have heard that they changed their logo.
So Notre Dame. So here is that the new logo is a leprechaun. He's still an angry leprechaun carrying a football.
Right.
He's still dressed like a leprechaun. He's wearing the traditional garb of the leprechaun. But the previous logo, they don't even have it on this page.
Well, wasn't he
the little fighting Irish guy?
Wasn't one arm really accentuated?
Here,
like the
it's
fighting
actually
Irish.
kind of an awkward logo.
Yeah, I don't know how good that guy is.
He's got his dukes up, ready to get into a fist fight. Apparently,
I don't know if he's a real fighter. I mean, look at the stance,
and look how long his arms. Like if he straightened his legs,
his body is quite odd.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're not here to body shame anyone, but I gotta say, if you're the fighting Irish and that is your guy. I mean, his arms are as long as his entire body, maybe even longer.
I never really thought. I never looked at it that close, but
he's 2'5" with a 6-foot wingspan.
that's a good point. Yeah. And what's this growth on the back of his head? Why is the back of his head pointed? Look up original Fighting Irish logo, everybody, if that's what you're doing at home. So, but now this is a football-specific logo.
Well,
what are they doing for the other sports?
I think the other sport has a hockey stick.
So
there's a basketball.
Okay.
There's a volleyball.
So he is holding the appropriate sport. I like this new one better. A lot of people are probably going to be mad at the change,
right?
And say, "Oh, it's woke." It's not. It's a change. It's a change of a logo. It's actually a better logo.
Well, it actually makes the other one look silly.
Yes, and I know people say, "Oh, well, they couldn't show fighting because he's got his fists up." Yeah, but this is actually a more aggressive logo in my mind because he looks determined.
Well, and his body's more appropriate. His body's more appropriately sized.
The proportions are.
I would say this is an improvement on the old one, just because the old one was really bad. Now that you look at it,
yeah, that's true. It makes it look like a logo from the 1890s. Which is probably what it was drawn.
Like I don't understand how that body shape it's not even possible. Now I know we're living in the logo world, so it's. Anybody can. What's your favorite logo or helmet in NCAA football?
That's a good question. I just want to Google Fighting Irish hockey logo. So they have. That's something else. Okay, so they're on.
Maybe
so
they're
on their
ND
jerseys,
hockey.
They have.
But I thought they had variations. Do Notre Dame basketball.
Okay. Notre Dame Fighting Irish basketball. Do the other sports just appear to have
ND?
the ND?
Maybe that's what it is.
So maybe just football got to use the leprechaun,
which it doesn't really matter anyways because they never show that logo.
Right.
Their helmets are plain.
Yeah. They were real. I was watching that game against A&M. They were super shiny,
Mm-hmm.
like super shiny.
There's gold in them helmets.
That's right. The leprechaun found a bunch of gold, and that's how they made their helmets.
Sharing it with the players.
They're like,
if there were actual gold nose, those helmets would go missing.
That's a good question. Like, I can't think of all the. Like, I'm thinking of all the big name, like the big schools. A lot of them don't have much. I mean, Alabama has numbers. Ohio State has nothing, but then they put the stickers all over them. Isn't Penn State just white?
Yeah. Well, Penn State has a lion, I believe,
on the helmet.
I'm not sure if he's knitting this or not, but
you fill me with knitting. I
can't confirm or deny if he's got
everybody. So if you're no, I am single. Jay is married, but April might be listening, so this wouldn't work on her. If your significant other is not listening to the show, but you are, I want you to romantically say to him or her tonight, "My dear, you filled me with nitney," and just see how they react.
Yeah,
because we don't even know what a nitney lion is.
Well,
I've never even thought to
sounds
look that
like
up.
a compliment when you say it like that.
Yes, if you are filling someone with nitney, like take their hand and just say, "Hey, just hold on a second. Can we just chill out for a second? I know we're busy." It's a type of mountain lion.
Mount Nittany.
Yes.
A mountain range that overlooks the Penn State campus. That's where the Nittany comes from.
Right. So Nittany, it's a mountain.
Well, you fill me with mountainous love.
My dear, we've been together for so long. I must say, just your very presence. A mere glance from you, or even the gentle brush of your hand against mine, fills me with nittany. And said, you got to do some voice for it.
Well, you can say, hey, babe, I feel like getting knitness tonight. Who's going to say no?
Who's going to say no to that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dictionary, the thesaurus in the next room.
Prove me otherwise. Nick in the North says USC fan, but the Gators logo is fantastic. I agree. Florida Gators, it's up there. Color scheme.
Well, they're orange and blue, right? Not the same as the Oilers orange and blue, but
no, more. I would like Wolverines. Michigan Wolverines is pretty classic. I don't know if it's the best
but it's very memorable because it's got the.
I like Ole Miss,
and they do that in hockey too, right? The Michigan Wolverine.
Yes, on their helmets. I like Ole Miss because
that's just Ole Miss
cursive
script
writing. Yeah, I don't mind that.
But Eli Manning wrote that on all the helmets when he played there. Yeah, you want to start, kid? Label the helmets.
Texas Longhorns has got to be up there. I mean, I love that orange.
And that has the Longhorn.
The Longhorn
on it, yeah. I'm struggling to think of what does UCLA have? They just have UCLA in kind of script, right?
But their color schemes are so awesome. Those powder blue UCLA.
So what are they? Are UCLA and USC now in the Big Ten?
Yes,
that has like 18 teams, or 22 or something like that.
Don't even try to get it. Don't even try to explain
it. They added Penn State and they went to 11, and then was it Colorado that they added or Nebraska and they went to 12, and then they've slowly, but they kept it as the Big Ten because now the Pac-10 or it was the Pac-12 for a couple of years. I think it's done.
Yeah, well,
wasn't it last year?
But it's not done. It's just done in football.
Oh, they kept in all the other conferences?
I believe so.
I didn't even realize that.
Football is the only thing that's screwing with all this stuff.
Well, because they want the big conferences and all the money.
Well, it'll eventually go to one conference, which it should. If you're going to start doing this and changing things, just make it one conference, and then it settles a lot of debates.
Just have everybody in one big league?
Yeah, they go everywhere anyways. Money's not an object.
Well, like some of the early season matchups this year, it's like 3 against 1, 6 against 4.
Yeah.
But now with the expanded playoff, you're not knocked out with 1 or 2 losses.
Big dog's got to bark.
The big dogs.
Dazzler thinks that we should continue getting back to Linnea and make it a bit on the show. Orca Driver says, you never know. Maybe she'll be a Swedish princess.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe she has some knitness thoughts.
Dave in Section T says, I'm a Texas fan since going to their clinic in 2010, so it's the Longhorns for me. Weird ones for me are the Gamecocks, and Maryland has a helmet that looks like some rugby jerseys. That's right. The Maryland Terrapins have, I think it's the logo of the state of Maryland, which is like a crest, I believe, and it's 4 quadrants of different logos. So it's 4 logos inside a logo. It's very, very confusing.
I think I vaguely remember that. Yeah. We are coming to you from a remote version,
romantic
version
location
of the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Lobster Fest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. Enjoy a pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixings for $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith's. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. The Canadian Brewhouse studio is set up Metro Cinema at the Garneau today. The Esties are at 7. The guy who does all the work organizing them, Matthew Iwanyk, is up next. Here's the Coop.
Today's Elks injury report had 3 players away from practice. Nick Anderson out with a hip injury. Jared Brinkman sidelined with a shoulder/toe injury, while Royce Meche sat out with an Achilles injury. And earlier, the Elks signed defensive lineman Gavin Meyer and linebacker Xander Mueller to their practice squad, both players coming from Division I play in the NCAA. And the Vikings will be without Aaron Jones for at least 4 weeks as he sits out with a hamstring injury. In response, Cam Akers is reportedly being signed by the Vikings, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Sources also say the Vikings are giving Desmond Ridder a contract. MLB action: Toronto plays Game 2 of their 4-game set with Tampa. Jays winning 2-1 last night with first pitch just after 5:30. Jose Barrios takes the mound for Toronto. And right now, 4 games are live. Padres and Mets runless, bottom of the first, while the Cubs lead 3-1 over the Pirates, bottom of the second. On the other side of the break, COO of EST, Matthew Iwanyk, checks in. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The oil stream.
Matt Savoy is by far the best Oiler involved here.
Yep.
Bo Akey, I think, has probably hurt his stock or his buzz, at least so far. Ike Howard was okay, and this Marala has impressed based on expectations.
Yeah, now take everything that happened in these 2 games with a grain of salt. Same kind of scenario as the Youngstars Classic.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Well, we were all unhappy with her. Oh, we're having a great afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Beautiful vintage Edmonton building here. We're at the Garneau, sort of the Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Jay and I made sure we learned how to say that last year for the 2nd annual Esties, which will start at 7 o'clock. We got you covered with the Elks. We had Cody Fajardo on the show. We'll have plenty of Oilers stuff tomorrow as they get together for the medicals. Well, it's not really a get-together. Hey, guys, how high can you jump? Oh, Zach, write this one down. Look how hard I can squeeze this. What do they call those? The little squeezy things. Do they measure your? I wonder if they measure your grip strength in hockey.
Well, they like Advantage Sports, Sport Med did that at our golf tournament. Remember?
Oh, yeah, mine was like awful.
Do you remember?
They're
the
like,
number?
hey, an average human male gets like 4. Reid, you're 0.2. Oh, below average then. Driving the average down.
Hey, Maddie's got good grip strength.
How are you doing, Iwanyk? Thanks for dropping by.
You're welcome. It was a long trek for me to get here. I probably don't. I'm weak. I was actually very impressed. I carried in 50 pounds of coffee, and I didn't think I'd be able to, but I was able to.
Whoa.
I was actually very impressed.
In one trip?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I know. Even Erin was impressed. She made it. She's like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. When you look at me, you're not expecting that.
50 pounds. Good job.
I know. For me, absolutely. I know most people could do a lot more than that.
Matthew Iwanyk
I managed 50 pounds.
Is our chief operating officer here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Also, a co-host of the Hangout and a fill-in host wherever needed. But chief operating officer is your most impressive title. So
and executive producer.
Oh, executive. Pardon me.
For the Esties, I am executive producer.
Who's the producer
of the Esties?
I'm the executive producer.
Yeah,
but who's the producer?
Nobody. There's no one.
It's him.
Why don't you?
The credits. There's 2 credits at the end of the night.
So executive producer.
And there's a voice guy. Voice guy.
Oh,
voice of God.
Yeah.
I think I labeled him as voice of God. Ty Detling, X92 in Calgary.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Buddy of ours. He's the voice of God.
So this is the second annual Esties?
Yes, it's the
and
second.
And where did this start? Who was like, we got to do this?
This started with the Morning Boys, and I remember I was driving in, and Dusty and Eric. This would have been almost 2 years ago. This was fall of 23, and they came up with this idea of doing an awards night to celebrate Edmonton Sports Talk yearly. And they came to me going, "Do you think we should do this?" And I think they were expecting I'd just be like, "No, we're not doing this. This is stupid." And instead I went, "This is stupid. We're doing it." And here we go. We're doing our second one. We did it last year. It worked. It was great. It was a fun time by all, I believe. And we're going to attempt it for a second time and see if we can make it a third time. But it is now part of the EST major events that we have, our majors, which is the Fun Spiel, which we launched this year, the Golf Classic, the Nasty Bash, and ESTYs.
And it's that attitude that has earned you today's Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment. Nice. Running your own small business takes courage. And as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed just for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
I get my benefits through them.
Yeah, so there you go. As do I. All right, so the Esties, they start like a lot of things here as a joke, and then we make a real thing out of it. So like everything sort of fell on you, didn't it? Like the categories, the organization.
Well, categories are open for anyone. Over EST, we have a sheet that anyone could fill out, and if we get the right bit of nominations for it, well, we'll throw it in. Last year, through the summer, before you were there, we kind of had a few meetings where I told everyone, like, we need some categories,
right? And
it can't be just on air. It can't just be just us staff that are doing it, because a night of just us going, "Hey, look how great we are," patting ourselves on the back. There had to be a certain amount of listeners and other people that we also have to honor with this. So I think 20 awards, maybe there's another one. It's about 50.
What do you mean maybe there's another one? Is there a secret award tonight that you haven't told us about?
That's all I'm saying.
Would you like to announce anything right now?
A Thalberg Award for the Oscars?
What do you mean?
A lifetime
I'm not
achievement?
saying anything else.
What do you mean there's a secret award?
I didn't say there's a secret award. You're putting words into my mouth, Reid.
Okay,
Do not put words into the mouth of the executive.
Is there a secret award that's not listed on our rundown?
I have no comment.
Is it have to do with Sandy?
Don't bring up Sandy on a night like tonight.
In memorial.
It actually is on the rundown, not that rundown, a different rundown. It is on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's a different
it's
rundown?
Not a secret then.
Well, who'd you send the other rundown to?
It's Dusty's going to get a lifetime achievement award.
Just we'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Well, now
suspense is building.
For the first time, I'm actually interested in the Esties. No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry, Matt. I can't help it.
I don't care.
He really can't help it.
Yeah,
Maddie, of the start to finish of getting this ready? Because I know this is the end of like the busy season for you.
Yeah, so we do a lot in the summer. Yeah, and adding a move in there was not the best thing, I would say.
Right. So, but in terms of the Esties, because I know you're going to take a big sigh of relief after tonight's done and this is put to bed. But in terms of the Esties, what is the hardest part about it? About planning everything.
It's making sure there's no errors. I know last year the people mocked, jokingly in a fun way, that there were spelling errors on that. It's not the spelling errors I'm worried about. It's the I don't want to open up the wrong card,
right?
And I put the wrong name on there that doesn't match to the slideshow, or the fact that the slideshow isn't what is supposed to be next, and it's and even I was saying it with Dusty today with the envelopes. Actually, the thing I get most nervous about is sealing the winning envelopes.
Well, we had the wrong envelope last year.
No, you didn't.
We had the wrong.
You guys had both.
I pulled out the wrong one.
You guys had the 2 nominee cards, and you read the wrong one.
I read off the wrong one.
But they were also very similar too.
Yeah.
But no, it's the winner card where you announce the winner, not the nomination card. Because once that's sealed, and these cards I got from online last year, so I had extra, so I could use them this year. When I was like, well, there's no going back. Once this is sealed, I don't have extra envelopes. I'm done. These are locked in, and I can't fix them. I can't change them. So that was actually yesterday. I went through them 3 times, but that was the thing I waited the longest to seal because I'm like, I can't fix it once they're sealed. They're done, and they are sealed. They're under surveillance. They're under protection with Iwanyk LLP. They're watching over it. No one has seen these cards. They've been protected.
You were even coming out here today and closing the doors.
Because I did a run-through.
Yeah.
I did a full start to finish through the match
as per the schedule,
and watched it and make sure everything came on, all the stuff played that needed to, and I didn't want you guys to see.
So who the winners are. You're the only one.
I am the only person who knows all the winners for tonight.
So
literally the only person. There are only 2 EST members that know of select winners. That is it.
Why
no
do they
one
know?
else knows. I don't have a word. I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
He's not ready to answer that.
I'm not ready to answer that.
So what category are people going to be the most surprised with the winner?
I'm not making a comment because I'm not. I don't want to know or push people one way or another.
What do you mean? The votes are in.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but I don't. I want people to enjoy this night. Actually, it was fun. We last year we had a little bit of issues with the setting up the presentation. We had the same issue this year, but we solved it in a way that I didn't understand, and nor did the tech guy, Owen. We both this doesn't make sense, but okay, it works. Let's go with it.
Okay.
So it was awesome. But no, I'm not going to steer you one way or another in terms of surprise.
Well, you do a great job organizing it. Now, but you had help editing video, which you didn't last year, correct?
Benny, well, it was perfect because Benny comes in and he works with us now a few days a week. And I said, instead of a couple of days where he put out some of great social content that we're improving on our social content, I asked him to cut up some clips. But that's just nominees. So he knows he knows it's you all know the nominees. He was just cutting up nominees. The certain video for winners, I cut those up still.
Okay, right.
So can I ask you a question that if you don't want to answer, that's okay. But
trust me, I'm willing to not answer. I think I've proven that so far.
Well, last year, when the nominees were announced, sometimes there were moments where maybe a video would have helped to say to people that maybe don't listen to every show all day that missed, say, the moment of the year nominees or courageous moment, or I know that's not the name of it, but it is a courageous moment for Alberta Blue Cross.
We could have a nominee in a category next year for the most courageous moment.
Right. Yeah. Are you willing to say if there is, or
there is some
not?
added elements to the presentation? There is no question. I put some. The one thing though about last year, it ran at a nice time. We were under 2. I didn't want to go over 2. I don't know about this year. I put 4 categories in that we didn't have in the show last year. We had them in the Hangout. I also eliminated 2 categories, just not enough nominations for the course of the year. But I've extended the presentation a little bit, so I don't know time-wise right now. But last year we moved at a nice pace. It wasn't too long. That's the way you have award shows. You don't want to go too long.
Exactly.
So we've added, not on all categories, but there are some additions to the presentation this year.
Well, I can assure you that I'm involved for giving away an award. Reid and I are both presenting an award. And I am planning on being all of 10 to 15 seconds to get up there before handing out the award or announcing the nominees.
Yeah. And I know
I won't be slowing anybody up.
I know of another one that's going to have a little bit of fun up there.
Okay.
And so it's open, and then that's safe. You watched the Emmys this past weekend. Nate Bergazzi did the...
Yeah, is there a stand-up comedian hosting?
No, here's the problem with that. I need to find a stand-up comedian who knows Edmonton Sports Talk. Because there's some really cool comedians out there.
Yes.
But do they know us? That they can put in the right jokes about us
that's a good question.
and about our listeners and all that. That's the thing I need to find to take this to that next level, which we aren't there. It's not a surprise. There's no Huss this year. I hate to break it to everyone. Huss is not coming.
That's not the surprise.
That is not a surprise.
That really got blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And I will say, somewhat unnecessarily by the Morning Boys.
Well, I just said that I have something for them on the morning show to start Esties Day.
They caught a scent of that and really took a new life.
But we got our award trophies for 2 awards that Edmonton Sports Talk won this past year. So I thought that's a great way to start awards days. We got our trophies that are now proudly displayed in our lobby reception.
Beautiful trophies, yes.
Yeah.
Saw those.
Chris says, what time do doors open?
6. Just
right?
after 6. 6,
Yeah,
just after
shows
6.
at 7.
Shows at 7. Fergie's Prostate is here. He will bag us in. Once you hear that noise, get in your seats because we're stopped.
All right. Are you going to be relieved when it's over, though? You enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And then we got a gap until...
No,
we
the next
majors
is yeah, we do. But the Nasty Club new year starts in mid-October.
Oh, okay, I see.
So got to get going on that. Memberships, all that. The new bundles. I need to connect with the high product marketing to figure out what we're going to do. And Chelsea, who's lovely over there, she's on her mat leave still.
Well, and
so
you're
Brett,
taking
I'm going to have to deal with. So I'm going to talk. Who I love. He was at our golf tournament for those that were there. Patches are my plan.
You're taking some time off.
I have
much well-deserved time.
Yeah,
off.
next week we have meetings in the office, and then the week after I'm
going to Barbados.
I
Nice.
wish.
Bermuda. He's going to open up an offshore.
Bahama.
We should move EST for like the winter, like 2 winter months.
Oh,
Nice weather.
yeah. That'd be easy
Like
to do.
January, February.
You could just patch in remotely.
That's what we all could.
We live in a digital world.
Well, we
Matt.
all
Yeah.
could. That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
patch in from our Dawson. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, you don't want to be in nice weather?
Well,
I think winter is
family
beautiful.
to worry about.
I didn't say beautiful. I said nice weather. Warm
I
like
think
this
weather
outside.
I think Edmonton weather is nice.
I want this weather outside all the time. Let me flip-flops. I should have wore flip-flops with my suit. Tom would have loved that.
Do you want to show off your socks quickly?
Yeah, can we see him?
EST socks.
For everybody on
Oh,
YouTube.
I can't see it. With
You haven't
can
given
you
us
bring
a
down your
thumbs up on
computer?
YouTube.
Just so I could...
Yeah, there you go. We got him.
There we go.
K69er in the Nasty Chat says, I've listened to sports radio in Edmonton since moving from the UK in 2004. EST has taken sports talk to another level and deserves every award it gets. Well, it is our own award show, but thank you.
But we did also win Community Vote's Platinum Radio Station of the Year.
Good point. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
And Gold for marketing services.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did very well. Yeah.
You were fantastic.
So, thanks for hopping on. Matt is
welcome.
the COO of Edmonton Sports Talk and the executive producer of the Esties, which start at 7 o'clock tonight. Hey, great job, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Well, we'll see if you're saying that at the end of the night.
Oh, I probably will.
Oh, we will. Of course. It's a
we're
celebration of Matt.
Final break here. We got a sports update from the Cube. Words of the day and some other fun banter in our final segment.
Toronto and Tampa are runless, top of the first in Game 2 of their series. A runner on second base for the Jays. 2 outs for Toronto with Addison Barger at bat. 4 other games are live. The Tigers and Guardians tied at 1 apiece in the 4th inning, while the Mets have a 5-1 lead on the Padres in the 2nd. And for the Elks, Nick Anderson, Royce Mechie, and Jared Brinkman all missed practice, with Anderson sidelined with a hip issue. Mechie out due to an Achilles injury, while Brinkman sat with a shoulder and toe injury. Staying in E-Town, the Elks signed 2 NCAA defenders to their practice roster, bringing in linebacker Xander Mueller and defensive lineman Gavin Meyer, while from Minnesota, Aaron Jones has been ruled out for a minimum of 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. He's been placed on the injured reserve, with ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Cam Akers is re-signing with the Vikings. Reid Wilkins and J. Milne close the curtain on the Reid Wilkins Show once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Dennis, Ken Holland's made some moves over the summer. Where do the Kings still need to focus on to get over that hump?
He didn't want to break up the core of a 105-point team, so he wanted to improve this team on the margin. Here's my question to Ken Holland. You're putting the team on the margins that hasn't won a playoff round since you won the Cup in 14. Do you really need to improve this team on the margins, or did you need to make a move for an impact player?
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
All right, good track bringing us back. The Coupe spinning the tunes back at the Edmonton Sports Talk Global HQ. We moved in there last week of July, and one of the episodes of the year nominated at the Esties tonight is the first day of programming from the new studio, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens with that. Pardon me, just burped. Just ate a piece of pizza. Fergie got us pizza.
Thanks,
from
Fergie.
next door.
That was very nice of him. Twitter Mary says, I take Esties very seriously.
Yes.
Twitter Mary and her husband Dave are presenting the award tonight for Original AM Nasty Song of the Year.
Oh, neat. Okay. That's going to be some good stuff.
Dave in Section T asks, what should be in the Esty presenter gift baskets?
Probably a deck of playing cards, a comic book.
Probably a 6 o'clock lager.
And a 6 o'clock lager, and maybe socks. The EST socks.
What about an EST scarf?
Andor.
Yes. Andor. That's a good planet.
You get a coupon for one or the other.
Have you been to Andor?
The planet?
Yeah. In your dreams?
The show? That was a guy. It was named after a guy.
Planet. I thought it was a planet.
No, Andor is a guy. The Star Wars series Andor? That's named after a guy. Yeah.
Could have fooled
Cassian
me.
Andor. Great show. They were talking about it on the Two Guys and a Goalie today. That's a great show. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. YouTube Trev is here from the Nielsen Show, one of our colleagues. He's ready to rock and roll. Doors officially open at 6. If you want to come, if you don't have anything going on tonight, want to check out the Esties, $10. Come to the Metro Cinema at the Garneau.
And yeah, if it's last minute, don't worry if you're not wearing a suit. Just come one, come all as you are.
Oh yeah, I mean
right?
The EST staff will be much more formally dressed than usual.
Speak for yourself.
Especially if you see how Jay and I dress.
Yes.
So you're wearing the shirt you got from the Edmonton Marathon weekend. You ran the half. Everybody got the same shirt.
Yeah.
When I registered very late, as you know, and the only shirt size available was double XL. And my shirt, I think, is going to be pretty much unwearable.
Right.
What size did you wind up getting?
I got an XL, which is what my normal order would be.
Right.
And it is quite loose. Like it's a little too loose for me. But it's okay.
I haven't run in it.
I haven't dried it yet, so I'm going to try drying it.
Okay.
Actually, the first time
What did you run in for your shirt? Did you have this fabric, whatever it's called?
No, it was like an Under Armour. Like,
okay. All right.
I don't know, moisture wicking fabric. Didn't wick enough moisture away. It was quite hot at the end of it.
Yeah, that was a warm day.
Well, and I was dumping water on my head constantly.
Were you?
Every water
past
stop.
the water station? That's what you get the water for?
Dump the water
Did
on
you
my
run
head.
with a water bottle for drinking? Because I will run with a water bottle.
No, I actually ran most of the race with my phone in my hand. Or in my pocket.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it would start slapping my thigh in my pocket.
Yeah, how come you took your phone?
I don't have a fancy watch, and I thought I would listen to something. But then as I got into it, I took my headphones out, and I was just listening to the people and the crowd.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Especially on a race day, you're soaking it in, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We got to high five.
We
when
did.
You quickly went by me at 119.
Yeah, I was like, Reid! He said, Milne, get going!
Yeah. Yeah. Did I tell you that I started talking to a young couple that was there, and she said her sister was running and just started running in January.
Really?
And this was her first half, and she had lost 65 pounds since January.
No way.
By living it, just changing some lifestyle habits and running, which is pretty incredible.
Well, I bet you would. Yeah, I bet you would lose that kind of weight with committing to run a half marathon. Yeah, that's incredible.
Lieutenant Eric is here. Pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Rip City Step. Endor is a planet. Andor is a person. Yeah, Endor is where the Ewoks lived.
Okay, and I'm thinking Endor.
Yeah,
Have you ever been there?
No. Well,
No.
parts of north of Evansburg look a little bit like Endor.
Well, you've shown me pictures of Evansburg from your private
incredible
collection.
pictures there for sure. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Jay has his play of the day there. He's already looking ahead to an NFL game on the weekend. So go to playalberta.ca, go to the app, click on sports, and click on EST specials, and you can get in on that. We're slowly having people gather here for the second annual Esties, which will start at 7 o'clock. Tell you what, usually we go till 5:55.
Yeah,
I think we might cut out a couple minutes earlier just because we got to get ready and we got to tear down this setup so there's more room for people. Like this, the back, if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, first of all. We're up over 110, which is cool. This backdrop behind us is where the red carpet is going to be. So we got to get out of this table a little bit.
The red carpet is there already.
It is there already, but for photos.
Yes.
Photos and everything.
We got to clear out.
We're going to be where people are taking photos. So let's do words of the day right now.
First word of the day, mazurka.
Mazurka. I can say I have never heard this word before. I am at a bit of a loss how to spell it. I'm writing down. Are you seeing what I'm writing down?
Yeah, you haven't got it yet.
I haven't got it.
Mazurka.
It starts with an M.
That's correct. Mazurka.
Okay, I'm going to try this one. Mahzerka.
That is incorrect.
Okay, I don't know this word at all.
Mazurka. Mazurka.
Okay, well, if I had 20 guesses, I might have got there. I'll have to take the sentence, Jay. I don't know this word at all.
They ended the concert with a lively mazurka that brought the crowd to its feet.
So it's some sort of a song or performance. Is it an up-tempo folk song? I don't know.
I'd give you a half point for that. It's a lively Polish dance with a moderately quick triple meter.
A lively Polish dance is a mazurka. Okay.
Second word of the day, diverge. Diverge.
That's not the word.
It is.
Diverge.
Ding, 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 ding.
And diverge means to take a different path than other people.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's super easy. How is that even challenging?
You got to give a dog a bone once in a while,
This dog is all over that divergent bone.
Yeah, I felt like I was...
Diverges. No, there was another... Oh, thanks. There was another word you were looking up that I saw on the screen.
I forget what it was.
Debunk. Did you decide not to use that one?
Well,
Debunk, D-E-B-U-N-K, to disprove.
That's right.
Basically. Yeah. Like Scully was supposed to debunk Mulder, but then she got sucked right into the
that's what
X-Files
happens.
and got pregnant with an alien baby. Maybe not exactly.
I think we got to get out of the way.
We should get out of the way. So we got to sign off a little early today. If you're coming to the Esties, we will see you here at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Of course, we'll have a recap of the Esties. Everybody will have their impressions tomorrow, but starting with Dustin and Eric on the Nielsen Show at 6:04 a.m. on TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and for that show, 95.7 Cruise FM. Big thanks to the Coob. He's been at the technical desk back at the EST Global.
Way to go, Coob.
He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy the Esties if you're coming. Have a great evening.